It is time for the Aussies to get their little bit of slice of heaven. Sandown International Motor Raceway is a place in Australia. That's all you really need to know. From the land down under that gave us clear skies and 28km/h northerly winds at a track altitude of 47 meters with a length of 3.13 kilometers, we've got a problem. Well, myself and Craig have a problem. It's still one split. So we have been given the enviable task of thinking of outside the box. Will we think outside the box? Well, you already guys know. If you've watched us long enough, you already know how we do things here. We absolutely will. But Craig, you know, you've been brushing up on your tinnies. You've been brushing up on your you know, lingo. You know, give us a small rundown.
Fantastic track here that we have on the V8 Supercar season, mate. Made here, opened in '62, but been renovated. It's fantastic out there, mate. I've had the tinnies, thongs on because it's quite warm out there today.
We should actually point out that thongs are not what we consider thongs here in the UK and Ireland. They say thongs as in the sandals.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Got them from Bondi.
No,
from Bondi, mate.
Oh, mate. What did you say, so, mate? Fucking, you know, Struth, mate.
Yeah, Struth, mate. Yeah, got them from Bondi.
But what we do have is the last generation. I'm assuming these are the last generation. The last generation of the Commodore, the Holden, the ZB, mate, and
miss you, mate. Miss you.
Oh, sadness, Bruce, sadness. We miss you, mate. But yes, the ZB. What's that? Yeah, that's the ZB Commodore, and the Ford Mustang supercar. Now, I think it was the Mustang that really ruled the roost for the longest time, didn't it?
Yeah, I think Mustangs are still pretty strong out there nowadays, but yeah, Holden's always a big thing. It's such a shame. It's not like the old days. Remember the '90s when Nissan won at Bathurst?
Yeah, because it was
like a couple Aussies won at Bathurst, and they're there on the podium after the race. He's getting booed. And he's saying, "I like to think that the fans have got some decorum out here because they were getting heckled to hell. Yeah, we can't have no Japanese. We can't have no Nissans winning our Bathurst." You know,
the Commodore, the Holden blood runs deep with the Aussies. What do they run these days? Because Holden is dead. As a concept, it's dead. Even as a brand, it's dead. They don't make commies anymore. Oh, well, Commodores anymore.
It's Camaros and Mustangs.
That must be a kick in the teeth for the Aussies. They used to have purebred and loved goodness down there. Even Ford made unique ones down there.
Yeah. Well, they had the Sandown. They had their own version of the Sandown 500, and earlier last month actually, and no surprise, a Camaro won.
A Camaro, the bathtub one.
Yeah.
That must be tilting people, but we're not going to tilt ourselves.
Jamie Wincup in the AAA, you know.
Yeah, true, but we're not going to tilt ourselves. We're going to have a sneak preview of what's going to happen. A lot of carnage out there already, but who's our charity for today?
Charity, actually, I'm getting really serious now about this one because it is Beyond Blue, an Australian charity that is all about mental health support. So it's let's get the jokes out the side because mental health is important. And I got to tip my hats off to Mike for putting in an American charity for this, an Australian charity for this race. But yeah, beyondblue.org.au, charity just for mental health in Australia. So I'm not going to make a joke out of that, Rob.
Well, I mean, it's a very. We're looking at Edward Shelley's car, and it has it plastered everywhere, and it does deserve its own day in the sun, absolutely, because We have mines here in the UK and Ireland. The US has... I think they actually do have mines in the US, but, you know, down under, it is beyond blue.
Did you just do that? Wow. Did you just throw the Americans under the bus?
Well, I can't remember.
Dude, they just lost the Ryder Cup. Give them a break. Don't go down.
Oh, did they actually? Did they actually? Well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, with the way that they were going, it was a Genie Mac.
They finished 6-6 in the singles today. We won. Look
That
at a
must
bit nervy.
that must have been a right kick in the teeth for them, because I looked. There was a GIF that was going around on the internet showing like, oh, that's Shelley. That's a car crash. Anyways, but didn't like. I'm pretty sure they like one of the leading like team members for the US team got like really badly beaten on the first day alone. And they were like 6.5 to 1.5 or something.
Yeah. For the first time ever, we sweeped them in the first day of play, and it was the first time ever that they didn't win a single match on the first day. And then yesterday, we had the biggest victory ever in Ryder Cup. We're winning 9-7. Basically, we won 9 holes, and there were 7 holes left, and they couldn't catch.
Oh, those. Oh, dearie me.
The annoying thing was, Europe then put the same pairing out for the afternoon sessions, and they got hammered 5-3. And it was like, come on, really?
Oof, lads, it's not victory just yet, but it'll be victory in roughly 3 hours' time for one of our drivers. Now, I will explain what this is. We are in the same split as GSRC. What I said before does ring true. Mike, the man on the box, has asked us very politely to do the best we can, and by the best we can, I mean be ourselves. That's the equivalent of the nuclear codes being given to us.
We got the codes?
Yeah, we've got the codes. I have them.
Okay. I need to just comment on something, right?
Go ahead.
Because I want to give a hats off to whoever's done the UDOX car. Because look at Banfield in the 777, right? Have you seen that they painted the window?
They have?
The UDOX guys have painted
the
window.
They did. I get just to see it now. Anyway.
What magic is this?
Well, I'll tell you what magic it is. It's about to get racing here. The lights...
It's a formation lap, isn't it?
No. Is it?
No, mate. No pace car. It's green.
Green flag racing. Oh my goodness. It's side-by-side action. Almost 4 wide at the front, 3 wide going down into turn 1. 4 wide in the middle of the field. There's going to be absolute carnage as they go into the turn 1. That's Dallas Pataska battling side-by-side with Ross Banfield. A massive set of crash. There's an Evo box there going in the background as Pataska makes up for the slow qualifying that he had and charges his way into first place. Verweyen, our boy, he goes into 8th, or no, wait, that's 4th position. Tom Guest up into 3rd as everybody streams out single file. That was a crazy amount of cars.
Crazy amount of cars.
Yeah.
Also, one thing we forgot to say to come onto the backstretch and down they go, there is a heavy wind at the moment. It is 29 kilometers an hour north, which means on the back straight, they've got a tailwind. They're going to have to be careful because it's also slightly downhill, Rob, going into that corner after the backstretch.
Oh, so what they'll have is essentially less braking power. If it's a tailwind, if it's pushing against the car, 20... Let me put it to you this way. That's the equivalent of taking away quite a significant portion of your braking potential.
It's true, right?
Because you won't have the downforce that you usually would expect to have.
Well, Taskus has decided that he wants to run away, but now everyone's just calmed down a little bit. Look at this, we're on board with Ross Banfield, and let's see what he can do as he comes around the track. And it's so tough, these corners, because they're tight corners, just designed really for these V8 supercars. Are they still called V8 supercars or just supercars?
I'd still call them V8 supercars. By the way, Baker. Oh, dearie me, that is the wrong place that you want to be stuck at the moment. On the corner of the exit, coming out of turn 4 and having to wait for the entire field. He's basically gone from... He started 16th, he's now 33rd. 34th.
That's, it's still early days.
It is, yeah. It is, but I mean, it's early days of 161 laps. So we'll be here for 3 hours, at the very least. But already putting pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. What do you keep?
Petal?
Yeah, I keep saying pedal for some reason. Not pedal.
It's easy to say that. Don't worry about it.
Well,
You know.
I will blame my lack of PR, and that's not public relations. It's perceived pronunciation.
Ah.
Or RP. It's RP. It's RP. Sorry.
Received pronunciation.
Yeah. Proceed pronunciation. Yes.
You see right here with Dennis Cole.
That's not that.
David Gargaro.
Oh, that's very nice.
He now has the position over Mr. Gargaro Jr. He will now look to go down to start the back stretch straight of this apology that did not the Radio 4 language and comes to brake into turn number 6. Going 190 kilometers an hour. He gets to what is known as another corner. And that is a quick chicane. Mr. Gargaro Jr. continues to hinder him to the back of the car.
Well, it doesn't help when he blinks either. When Dennis Cole blinks, I should imagine. By the way, if you have a look at the infotainment panel, that's a Samsung phone.
No, it's a touchscreen.
Look at the buttons.
Yeah, all right. Okay, fine. But you do realise that basically they use those to put advertising on.
Oh yeah, I know that.
You know, that's the whole thing why there's Holden everywhere on the car, because, you need to show off,
your dead
car
brand.
it is. Hey, that's uncool.
I know, but it's the sad truth now. These are relics. Sad relics. I wish they were back. Was the Milwaukee?
Don't you?
Yes, and I think the Aussies really want indigenous car development back more than anything else.
Oh, hello. There's 2 cars off at the front of the field, and it's 3 cars off. It's for Wayne's gone off, and also is that Tom Guest, Struth mate Guest in the gravel.
This is a replay. Looking at Tom Guest, he started 4th. He's currently 12th. This was down into the second to last corner. On the inside went
Oh, mate.
car number 8. That was the car number 8 of...
Wayne.
Oh.
Just went a bit too hot into turn 11, mate.
A bit too hot.
Got out the gravel. But Guest, all that work, he's going to have to do it down. He's now down 8 positions. He's going to have to get some repairs on that when he comes in for his pit stop.
It do have a spare car if they so desire. Jeff Cardamine probably will need it. I mean, look at the amount of damage to that left side.
Nah, he's fine.
Just buff out. It'll buff out.
It'll buff out. I mean, we've seen how these guys go and do overtake. Mind you say he's got damage. He's able to, pull on this car of Daniel Howard. And now, just at the top speed, he loses out. So, that's not too bad for that car if it's carrying damage. Only just to miss out when it comes downhill.
Well, yeah, you kind of have to haul as much as you can. Dick Muller, as well, kind of in a 3-way scrap at the moment. That's going to be the car number 503 of Carl Burke ahead of him. He's got the car number 73 of Jared Gilbert, who he just passed right behind him. A little bit of a mistake there from the 503. Could let Dick Muller inside. I won't comment on the fact that the rear end of that car says Big Daddy on it.
So what you're saying is Dick Muller is about to get to the rear of Big Daddy?
Yes. Yes, exactly. That is exact. I mean...
Rated M for mature.
Rated M for mature.
Remember we had that clip from that iRacing posted on their YouTube?
Yes.
And they literally then put the rated R for mature.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, it was advised. I mean, if you saw what we saw, we had just witnessed a man getting murdered.
Oh, great! Hacken should just got murdered as well. He locked up going into turn 4, and almost at a Lewis Hamilton.
There are several people doing a Lewis Hamilton in various aspects. There's one going really fast. There's one going really slow. There's one person murdering somebody. There's one other person being murdered. But as of right now, it's actually quite calm.
And there's one person also shouting, "This has been manipulated, man."
Yes, indeed. Even though it's lap 6.
Well, it's lap 7 now. Now, another heavy lockup for Oliver Wall in there. This is going to be a long race. Like, this is 161 laps. Modern day, it's about 150 because it's done on distance and obviously. But it's also a team event in the real world. It's part of the Endurance Cup that happens in the Supercar season. Which means, you know what that means, Rob? You know what happens then once Sandown's over?
What happens?
They go up that hill, mate.
Oh, the real Bathurst is coming.
Yeah. Why did I just turn into Geordie? Aye, man.
Why did you?
Why,
man? Why?
Actually, a fun story. Did you actually know that the Australian accent was evolved from the London accent, the Cockney accent?
I'd believe it.
Yeah. Like, you think about it. You try and say something Cockney, and then just slowly if you slowly try and keep doing it, you'll notice that it gets slowly into Australian accent, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it also has helped by the indigenous people that, you know, they met in Australia as well.
Yeah, but that's it, because, you know, remember we sent a lot of people over to Australia.
Yeah. You sent a lot of us. You sent a lot of us, as in Irish people, over. Because we were very bold boys and girls, and, you know.
Let's not go to
Dallas Pataska under chase. Now, he's lost the position back to Ross Banfield. Banfield managed to make the pass. They are 11 seconds ahead of everybody else right now. And I think the whatever that Pennzoil, whatever that sign was, it says made Australian or something like that. We'll come back and see it in a second, but the English is the wrong way around.
Penrite, proudly Australian. Hang on, that the big
archway before the chicane.
Penrite, proudly Australian since 1926.
Oh, I thought it said Australian proud since 1926. Like, that's not right.
I can't believe it. How long can I drag out this Australian accent?
Probably for another few minutes before your voice breaks down.
No.
On the inside goes Daniel Salim Howard on Hack and Shoot, braking very hard, going into the turn 1, past the outside Amco there, and there's a lot of smoke coming up at these guys, you know. Daniel Salim looking very steady there.
Oh, Howard goes wide! You know, you've seen a V8 commentary before. Yeah. When something big happens, they like put out their Dale Earnhardt Jr. style commentating. You know, have you ever watched NASCAR with Dale Earnhardt commentating?
No.
So, but basically, Dale Earnhardt will just shout randomly whenever there's a wreck. Speaking of that, we got a car off in the distance. We got a car off. It's Matt Gowder. I'm not even joking. That has just happened, and at the same time, that is Dale Earnhardt. But that is Junior.
I feel like Junior just likes to shout.
He does. Really. What happened? I can't actually see what happened. Oh, I have to see this replay. He had a moment with Dick Muller.
Yeah. We saw the aftermath, and that's a hit to the rear. Let's have a look. Ooh.
Oh, Muller.
That was a net code and a half. Did you see that?
Muller, Gowder, side. Gowder, get into turn 2. You see, that's the ultimate competition. Remember, like Dale Earnhardt. Back to what I was saying. That was brilliantly timed as well. He would just shout randomly. So when they did Chicago Road, remember they did that road course in Chicago?
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was NBC, when they do road races, they have radio commentators basically. So they put commentators in different parts of the track.
Right.
But they've got Dale also in the main booth. So you've got this, and it's part of my female voice. There's going to be an issue here. We're going to see what happened there to Larson. And on to you, Jarek. Yeah, Larson's doing pretty well. Then out of nowhere, Larson's doing pretty... Oh, we got a spinner, return 2! It's Patrick! You know, it's just Dale, just out of nowhere. They're just trying to do their commentating. They've got no idea what's happening a corner ahead or behind them. And just out of nowhere, Dale was just going in the race. Oh, we got an accident! Wallace is around!
Trouble!
It was just really infuriating.
Trouble! By the way, I will point this out to you. I never really... Like, the Holden rear wing looks very nice. Compare that to the rear wing of this car, the Mustang. It looks like they welded 2 plates to the rear end.
Just shove a wing on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look at the back of any.
I know, just shove a wing on. What's wrong with it?
Yeah,
That's
not when it looks like two giant spoons that have been welded down.
It honestly looks like, oh, what a move from Ozzy. Can he hold that?
No, he can.
Some bumping there. He can, but he had to use.
He had to use a little bit of mobile Armco that was Wallen.
Yeah, but, he was determined. But no, you look at that and you're right. It looks so bad. Oh, nice little slide there. But yeah, it's literally just. It reminds me of a time attack wing. You know what I mean? When people just like, well, mate.
One like the Quattro.
No. Like in England, you got Time Attack UK in like people trying to set fastest laps and they just modify their own cars. It's like, bruv. Yeah. Bruv, got my Mazda here. Sorry, Jimmy. Got my Mazda here.
I got my Mazda here.
Tell you what, mate. Hey, I just got some metal out the yard here. Why don't we just bolt it on?
Yeah, but compared to look at the Holden's rear wing. It looks so much nicer versus.
Yeah. It's got a scoop. Whereas like, where's the scoop? I swear that they must have scanned the wrong Mustang. You know what I mean?
No, that was the right Mustang. If you look at the actual footage.
That's the right one. But you know how like in F1 they've got like different wings for different races. You know what? That's what it reminds me. It just looks so. Yeah, like it's just like a track specific wing. It just looks so weird.
I tell you what's weird is that this is a track and then there's horse racing on the inside.
I'll tell you what's even weirder.
What?
That timing tower is not bugged. That is true. It is lap 13, and the leaders are 15 seconds ahead of everyone.
You are very correct. Yes, they've been running away with it by themselves.
They're in lap traffic already.
Genie Mac, are they? Oh yeah, they are. Oh look, it's not a cult.
Not a cult.
It's not a cult.
Not a cult.
Actually, let's check in with not a cult. Where is he? There he is.
Oh, damage. He's in 32nd. He's had a
No, he's not.
33rd, sorry.
You're thinking of Rob Courtney. No, Michael Hogg is in 31st.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And his car is clean as a whistle.
Yeah, but at least it's not a cult.
I love it how it's just like it's just not a cult. You need to see it from all angles that it's not a cult.
Yeah, but have you noticed on the hood it's got BMD Fox Records, which I'm pretty sure it's a record company that Baby Metal was on.
Yeah, but I mean it's not a cult.
I know it's not a cult. It's not a cult.
So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll put it on the front of his car. It's not a cult. Oh, that's definitely some bumping. That's some bumping right there. As they get feisty coming through the second to last corner. That is Jeff Cardamine, who is carrying a lot of damage. So he's embracing the supercar V8, the V8 supercars ethos of we are just really souped up go-karts with V8s.
Ooh, I want a go-kart now.
Yeah, so do I actually. I can show. Is the car number 101 in 13th, trying to run away from Thulla, as he also tries to run away from Kinchelo, as he tries to run away from Shemaiah. As he tries to run away from Vavrovsky, as he tries to run away from Daniel Salim Hadward, as he tries to run away from Travis Henderson.
Travis Henderson doesn't need to run away from Jason Wallace.
Yeah, because there's a gap of 7 seconds.
Exactly, so very interesting to see. Cardamone might just be the cork in the bottle here, and I think it's a bit early to have a glass of champagne.
Well, I mean, as long as he can keep people behind him, I don't think they can really do anything about it.
The thing is, well, they've got to pit every 40 laps, right?
Oh yeah, because there's multiple stops, yes. But I mean,
you can't undercut. I know, that's the thing. They won't be able to undercut here, so it's not like they can pit early and try and catch them out here. They are forced to just stay behind this and possibly save some sort of fuel to allow them to.
Well, that will still be an undercut if you extend your stint.
That's an overcut, isn't it?
Okay, well, technically that's an overcut, yeah, but I mean, by the workings of it, it'll then turn into an overcut, undercut, because you can then just top up with the fuel that you don't need, with the fuel that you need, and run to the end from there.
So you're looking at one the Evolve Sim Sports driver. I'm looking at the guy at the back of this queue, which is Ozzy Milwane. For one very important fact, started 23rd position.
Yeah, and is now currently 6th. So yeah, he's gained...
What did he do on that first lap?
He gained 17 places.
1, 2, 3. Oh my... I'm just watching his first lap back. And he didn't do anything at the back half of the track. But I think he must have overtaken like 6 cars on the first lap.
I'll tell you.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a count of this right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. No. I've lost it. 1, 2, 3. Counting this now. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cars. 8 cars altogether. 8 cars on 1 lap he took.
Well, not like that he won't, because he just made a mistake. You cursed him out.
I didn't even curse the man. I wasn't even looking at the man.
Now let's have a look at this fella. Here, hang on. Where is he? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Never mind.
Well,
Here,
there's Ross.
hang on, Ross. I just need to use your replay. I need to use the replay.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, I saw that curse.
Yeah, that was cursed. Yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I had to curse it. But let's have a look on board with Ozzy Milwane. This is him. Let's see his first lap. As he saw, you'll hear the engines rev. Now, let's have a look and see. Good start off the line. Getting the power down. Cuts through. That's 3 places right there. Yes, 3 places. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. Because somebody's passing back. Cardamine's passing back. 7. Yeah, 7 in 3 corners. He took 7 people.
Yeah, near about 3 corners. Yeah, Ozzy needs that though. Very important for him in that championship battle on the pro, because you've got Andrew Waring, who is nowhere to be found today, and Dallas Patasco is currently sitting P2, and Ozzy is 10 points behind Dallas in the championship. Ross Banfield, of course, if he gets his victory, could actually leapfrog everyone in that championship battle. So
he could do.
Very important in that championship.
This is Gary Thomas, by the way. A little bit of a slide and a bit of an accident. He held his brakes, but not for long enough. And that is a pinch and a half there from everybody trying to get through. That was Tom Guest in the number something or something, and the 42 of Gargaro Jr., who had issues going through there. He's back up and running, but he is down the pecking order by a long way. He started at 8th, he's currently 19th. That is the car number 13, by the way, of Patrick Kopp, who really is having a torrid time out there. He's that's the second time now he's got that corner wrong. But yeah, he's not having the greatest of days out there in that car.
Are you saying he copped it?
You could say he cocked it, yes.
Also looking around for other championships today, Jason Wallet has a staggering 15-point lead over Stuart Elder. And yes, that does sound amazing, but then when you realise that Jason Wallet is currently beating Stuart Elder, that's all good for him. And Joseph Homan is only just ahead. So an interesting battle in the silver. Bronze, of course. It's Matt Gelder leading Mike Go Lightly. Who's winning out of that battle? It's Mike Go Lightly. He is not going lightly today. Actually, no. In these V8s, you do have to go lightly.
Yeah. I will say this, though, that Stuart Elder is not having the greatest start. He started 13th, he's currently 26th. So, yeah, he does really need to get him. I think he had a drive-through penalty. According to my stats, he either started from the pits.
No, he jump-started.
Oh, well, that's a drive-through. Elder again off the track, coming through the chicane. He really... Oh, well, I mean, when you have a car that looks like that on the right-hand side, yeah, that is not a happy car.
Now these are happy cars, though.
Well, these are happy cars indeed.
Kevin Hill, Evan Shelley, Stephen Verwaayen having a nice little Sunday drive down the hill. The wind is now 31 kilometers an hour. So
that's a lot of wind.
That's thank you. Yes, sorry, I had an interesting lunch. Yes. I think what's helping them as well is that turn 6, which is right after that backstretch.
Yeah.
It's not a sharp corner like you start the track with. You know, in a car with downforce, you know, and not a big box like this, something like that would be just flat. You know, I think if you took an F1 car around here, you wouldn't have many issues going down that hill. Actually, even a prototype, you wouldn't have much issues. But comes the famous bookmark, Rob, because is Adam Preston going to hold up Kevin Hill here? I don't think he is. In fact, he is. Oh, the bookmark!
Yeah, that is a blue flag.
Oh!
That got resolved almost immediately. The 4-car 926. Adam Preston, well, you saw what happened. He unfortunately spun the tires and off he goes.
Yeah, just a shout of blue flag followed by karma. But no, remember, blue flags are not mandatory; they are advisory.
Yeah.
So you would have thought,
and especially when you're at speed like that, and better to hold back. I mean, you can always catch up to him again.
Yeah, I think that's the type of situation. If I'm that car, I'm thinking, well, I don't really want to effectively battle him. Because let's be honest, 3rd, 4th, and 5th is quite a bit of really fast. But there's Rob Courtney, he realises the situation. He'll pull off to the side of the road. And that just allows everyone to get by. In fact, he'd even let Ozzy go by. Is Rob okay? Rob? Robbo?
Rob is a lap down. Oh no, he's 2 laps down.
Yeah, no, but I think he just waited for Ozzy as well. I think he was just being helpful. Rob?
Yeah.
Robbo? Yeah, man. Robbo.
You might. He's pretty hurt. But you know, he's a soldier out there. You know, he can get back up and running. Oh, that is Kevin Hill. Oh dear me, mate. On the inside goes Kevin Hill. Verwaayen's looking pretty dangerous out here, mate. He's using his car as a weapon. He's a great driver. So good, man. He does it. He always slots it in exactly where it needs to be. Oh, he's just a good allergen, mate. You know.
Oh, Verwaayen though, got the move. Gonna go down into turn 6 here. They're gonna go side by side, and Verwaayen gets it done under the braking, and he's gonna get that done. Wow, we gotta see that from the KFC replay here. Oh, you had that lined up as well.
KFC replay.
Just needs a little KFC thing looking good just in the corner like they do.
It's KFC.
Oh,
I mean, that definitely is threading the needle, though, because I mean, you have to believe that Kevin Hill wouldn't keep his nose in. That's the only thing that was pretty good about it, was that Verwaayen gambled that Hill wouldn't challenge him coming into the chicane and then into that second to last corner. But you know, he kept his foot in. Fair play to him.
Can I just say how the Australian, their television is so British-centric, right? And they learn from us. So, like, if you watch the old black and white film reels and stuff and news articles, they do have that British talking speaker over the film, like a British Pathé advert. But nowadays, everything is Americanized. You know what I mean? Everything's got a sponsor.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. Wait, the crazy thing is, I was watching the NRL final this morning before the Ryder Cup came on. And I kid you not, their shirts have got about 17,000 sponsors on. They've got a sponsor above the number on the back of the shirt. They've got a sponsor under the number. They've got a sponsor on the sleeve of the arm. They've got 3 sponsors on the front of the shirt. They've got a sponsor on the back of the shorts, on both sides of the back of the shorts. And I'm like, what is this? Mexican football? I've never seen it. There was not a space free, and if there's an Aussie watching this, I'm sorry, I don't care. How much is too much?
Well, I mean, it's probably Aussies just being Aussies. It's just like, you know, mate, get some money out of this, mate. You know, it's truth, mate. That is going to be a very delicate situation for Pataska. He has a lap car ahead of him. car number 43, which is going to be Might Go Lightly being lapped now for the first time. Botasca really up and close to Banfield, but not very close enough. Banfield just has that little bit of an extra leg.
That's the Ford Power, mate. That's built tough. Now that's the American. I don't know what.
Is that the American way of saying that we can do straights and nothing else?
No, that is literally Ford's slogan in America. Built tough. New Ford F-150.
My next door neighbor actually bought a pickup truck.
Right, and
it's fucking huge.
I actually saw a Dodge Ram on the road this week, and it's an American import. And I've seen one of those F50s or 150 also imported, and I'm like, they're massive.
Yeah, they are massive. Like, no wonder my next door neighbor's getting like everything redone. They got everything redone just so that they could fit the fucking thing. Like they did the front to get rid of the grass, right? So they could fit two cars side by side. No, I tell you, it's a Range Rover and a bloody.
How do you fit a Range Rover and a freaking Ford pickup truck?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how they did it. And like I was cycling before this broadcast, right? And I was coming in, and they were pulling out, and the thing was massive, and it has a turning circle of a entire planet system. So they had to reverse, and I'm just there going, yeah, that's fine, yeah, that's fine, yeah, that's fine. And I'm just in my head, I'm thinking to myself, why did they buy this? Why didn't they buy this?
I mind you, when I've been to America, you see those pickup trucks. They look fine because everything in America is massive. You know.
Yeah.
But the fact that they discontinued. I drive a Honda Jazz. It's called a Honda Fit in America. The thing they discontinued that. They say it's because drivers want a bigger car. No, it's because if you put a small car like a Honda Jazz on the road, it's going to look absolutely stupid. Have you seen Volkswagen Beetles on the road?
Yeah, it's dwarfed on the road. Yeah.
Like Christ, I sit myself in the passenger side of an American car, and I've got more legroom than I need with the seat all the way forward.
Well, it also depends. You have to remember that it just depends. Like, for us, we tend to prioritize the front half of the car rather than the rear half of the car. So what I mean by that is like the front passenger and the driver will always have room, right? But for most cars, and I'm not going to say for all cars because there's a long wheelbase for a reason, right?
Yeah.
They'll prioritize the front end, and then the rear kind of just make do with what you can.
Oh, hold on! Oh my God!
Whoa! That was
Dick Muller.
Yeah, that was Dick Muller. Unfortunately, when he went to let the cars by,
he didn't let them by fast enough.
Yeah, and tried outbraking himself to make the difference. But then the car just decided, oh, you want to brake? That's nice.
Nah,
mate.
Mate, you can't do that, mate.
You can't do that, mate. Mate.
Just like Wolf Dietrich Hotto trying to let them by. Oh, that's a tough. And now Kevin Hill's just. Oh no! Kevin Hill hitting Wolf Dietrich Hotto behind as he tries to squeeze his way through.
In another place at another time, we have Tom Guest. Now, Tom Guest is a very patient bloke. He is currently 11th. He started 4th. But Hack and Shutt is leading this train, and that's a train of what? 8 cars. It's 10 cars. Koze.
Koze. Oh, that's
why do they call it the Koze?
Why are you asking me? I don't know.
You're British. You should know everything.
Hi.
Well, I don't know. Like it's a time honored question. It's a question of time immemorial. It's like why do British people call it the Koze?
It's the same thing. They don't call it a Morgan. They call it a Moggy. You know, I think it.
No, we just you see some people call it a Muggy. Some people call it cross-eyed.
Why are we calling a Morgan cross-eyed? They're beautiful cars.
Because look at the front headlamps and they're angled inwards.
I don't care. They're beautiful cars.
That makes it look. That makes it. I call them cross-eyed. I mean, I've only seen like 2 of them.
But also, it's the same thing. Why must every car built post-war that used wooden frames? Why are they all called woodies? No, I love Woodies. You know what I mean? I love Woodies.
Because
you can clip that out of context, folks. I don't care. If you came up to me and I saw a Morris Morgan Traveller right next to me, I'm going to look at that for 10 minutes just to see what you've done.
I think the reason why they call it Woodies because there's a shop called Woodies, and so
I don't know.
and so I would imagine the running joke is, oh, where did you build your car, Woodies?
Well, so speaking of Woodies, I did see something really interesting.
What's
last
that?
year, I went to Fully Charged Live, which is basically just an electric, like an eco show, and outside in the car section,
Right.
they had a company that converts cars to electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, they converted a Morris Minor Traveller. They restored it and converted it to electric.
How much range did it have? Like 4?
No, they put a Nissan Leaf engine in it, and they actually had to put a limit on the engine. It was producing too much speed. Like they told me it was a Nissan Leaf and it could do this much brake horsepower, and I was like, isn't that just gonna break the Morgan going down the motorway? And they're like, yeah, we put a cap on the speed.
Well, it's a Morris Minor. Let me refresh my memory. On one of Morris.
Morris Minor Traveller, because that's the Woody. Also, Ozzy's in the pits early. And why is Ozzy in the pits? I think Ozzy's trying to do this.
He's been sat. He's been sat behind nearly everybody at this point.
I think he's doing the 30 lap strat, which is going to be an extra pit stop. But that allows him not having to fuel save. I think he's just going to try and go for that type of move.
Oh, I remember the Morris Minor Traveller. Sorry, because I never I've seen this actual car before. It looks so goofy because the wood is the wood is essentially on the outside due to the extension they put onto it.
Yeah. So I'm just looking as well. Ozzy might be doing that 30 stop option, which is going to be 4 stops. Going to be very tough, but being he's been stuck behind as well, and I think he's just trying to find a gap in the traffic. He may have found it, actually. He does have a spotter with him today. I think he may have found it. He's going to be ahead of Edward Shelley and Verwayen, but he's got the pace to beat them. There they are.
Yeah,
I think
Ozzy
may have pulled a blinder here.
Well, the question is, can he make up the time of an extra pit stop? He did start 23rd. You have to remember that. So he had to fight through. Now, he did have. Oh, well, there's Hackenschmidt having a bit of a mistake. Now, he did have a great first lap, and there's no taking that away from him. But at the very same time, I mean, you're making your way through traffic. Are you so fast compared to everybody else that you can make up the time even through traffic?
Haas. It's also noted Ozzy has a spotter with him today, as he gets a little tap on the back from David Baker there, who's a one Andrew Waring, who is the current championship leader, but no longer sim races. He's retired from sim racing apparently. So.
Oh, why did he do that?
I just know that he retired.
Oh.
So.
That was a shame.
Yeah, it's very tough. And also, Tom Guest has a legend in his spotter's chair today.
Who does he have?
Mr. Guest has a one Garen Batten in his...
Garen Batten is spotting for Tom Guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a combination right there.
That's a compliment. That's where I got my stats from. Is Garen there going off, giving us the information. So, g'day.
G'day, mate. How's it going? You know, you doing your things, mate. Get your barbies and your shrimp pet, mate. No. By the way, that train, that Tom Guest has with him, so it hasn't gone away. That's Thor Tulla, Trevor Vavrovsky, Lynn Kinchelo, and Daniel Salim Howard, and Travis Henderson, all kind of just bunched up at the moment. And they do have what it appears to be a very speedy Ross Banfield. Now back around to them. He's gotten so fast. He's about to lap the following cars: 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, 10th, and 9th.
Well, Pavlovsky's going to try and make a move here on Tolov. He's going to do it down into turn 6. Crikey, mate. He got that done. Down the hill. got on the braking right as lovely as you can. And right there, he gets P10, mate, and he's absolutely starting to pull away. Ford definitely holding up a lot of these cars today, mate.
Oh yeah, mate. Oh yeah. It's the way to do it, mate. It's the way to do it. I think the amount of times that we've done silly Australian accents, I think at this point what we're going to be doing is being given a lot of latrine digging, and by that I mean we're gonna be told off for being very bold boys.
Yeah, nah. Mistake.
Yeah, Thor.
Colour wide at 1. There you go. That's a classic V8 commentary.
Oh no, mate! What'd you go wide for?
What's that famous one in the wet? Oh, McLaughlin! He's in the wall! Oh, he's joined by others! Oh, this is dreadful!
In my head, I actually do think, I think to myself, what would be the famous one for me? It'd be the 1997 European Grand Prix when Michael decided to pull a fast one on Villeneuve and it didn't work. You hit the wrong part of him, my friend.
The best thing I always remember, Murray Walker's on Question of Sport. You don't know Question of Sport, it is still not the same as it used to be. A sports quiz show done by Sporting Stars, and they had a commentator special.
Right.
And the final round was, we're going to play you a small part of a clip from a famous commentary, and you've got to tell us what the year was and what happened. They had Murray Walker on. What was the clip? Straight away. And look at that! Murray straight away. That was 1995, Nigel Mansell having a puncher. like
Mansell!
With all the things Murray's ever done, all the Murrayisms, the fact that, and look at that, I can literally just be pointed to one moment.
Yeah.
Just goes to show the man, you know.
Yeah, well, it's also better to remember that than to remember your fellow commentator, Hunt, calling somebody, I think he called somebody a bollocks on live air, and it was just like...
No, wasn't it? He was saying about how the guy has not been enjoying this track because of such and such, and he handed the microphone over to Hunt because they only had one mic, and he goes,
yeah.
Well, I think that's bull.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's sort of bullshit. And then it's just... And then you could hear the fucking, like, Murray's just there thinking to himself, like, did I fucking hear that right?
What I love, those two. You've seen the clips of those two commentating, right?
Yeah.
Back in the days, they only had one microphone.
Yeah.
Murray's standing. He's really enthusiastic like this. And then he just hands it down to James, who just sat there with his legs crossed with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, typical Hunt. Typical Hunt.
Wait, it was typical Hunt, but they had the best combination. Like, no offense to Brundle, no offense to Coulthard, to Eddie, to Eddie Jordan, to all these guys. The idea that you've got this guy super energetic and then just a man who just doesn't, looks like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Like, what's even more spectacular for me, like, I will probably say that the Murray Walker and Brundle days were the best, simply because, like, they were just such encapsulation of everything that was brilliant at that time of F1 racing. But I will say, Hunt just brought a level of just sheer animosity sometimes to the booth that it was just like, you could feel sometimes that the two of them were always going to come to blows. Like, sometimes they were going to come to blows about what the other person was doing. And Hunt, as you said, kind of looked like he just didn't give a goose,
A monkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not allowed to say that.
They couldn't give a monkeys is the word.
Yeah, is that the right one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, they said that on RTE.
Okay, yeah, but you're the oldest.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, how could it be? How could it be different? I mean, I'm pretty sure the Australians actually say a lot worse on live television. Actually, I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't know actually, because I think a lot of television rules have changed over the years.
But even then, you already you know as much as I do that the Australians tend to speak their mind about things. They won't hold it back.
What? Who was the BAR owner back in the 2005 US Grand Prix? Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, actually.
Stoddart. Paul Stoddart. That's it.
God.
Full Stoddart. Are you angry? Yeah. What do you mean? No, I'm just trying not to swear on your beautiful network here. Oh, you can swear if you like. Really? Yeah, you can swear if you like, and just goes into one of the greatest tirades ever in the history of F1.
Yeah, and then the censor that week had to have worked overtime.
Nice Morse code, by the way.
Oh well, I mean, I do know Morse. I do know Morse code.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. Bring me back to those days in F1. I know I'm a bit of an old school guy, but there's too much television and media involved nowadays. It kind of killed F1.
Well, no, I would agree on some aspect, but I would also disagree on a certain aspect. That's not the big problem. The big problem is that fans need to be spectators, not dictators.
Yeah.
That's the term. That's a term. Everybody should quote this. Fans need to be spectators, not dictators. And I'll give you the perfect example. Speed boost in Formula E. Fan boost in Formula E.
No. Van boost. Van boost.
A van boost. Oh god.
Named after Van Dorn, who got fan boost in every race at bar one.
Yeah.
Every race bar one.
For no good reason other than he was popular, and this is like, come on.
I mean, Van Dorn was the guy that should have been in F1, but I gotta be brutally honest.
To be honest, there's a lot of people that should be in F1, but they're not. The problem is that the 10 team, like, I would actually want more teams.
Oh, I'd like another team. I think 2 might be a little bit of a push.
Just put 12. Just put nice round 12 in, because you then get 24 drivers, because they're going to go ahead with the rule change to make them smaller anyway, so you can fit more onto a track, and by extension it'll be nicer to race side by side because the cars won't feel as big as they are. Have you seen the comparison between car sizes over the years?
Yeah, I have. And have you noticed how a lot of tracks nowadays are designed just with F1 in mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it brings in a lot of money.
It brings the money, which I understand that, but it's like... But here's another thing, right? Paul Ricard, one word.
Awful.
No, you see, I disagree.
No.
Paul Ricard, right, no, listen. Outside of F1, Paul Ricard has delivered some fantastic racing in European Le Mans and in the Fanatec GT World Challenge, right? It's produced some great racing. But because F1 goes there, and you get, let's be brutally honest, I came back from a I was driving back to my house after landing in Heathrow.
Yeah.
And the French Grand Prix was on. And it was white noise to me. That's how boring the race was. Not the BBC commentary, it was just white noise. Nothing happened in the race. Like, the track is good. F1 does not provide good racing. It's provided good racing the last couple of years because of the regulation changes, but it's starting to change again. But you look at that last race in Suzuka. Singapore was great. You look at Suzuka, take Max Verstappen out of the way. The battle that Ferrari, McLaren, and Mercedes had was fantastic to watch. Yeah. It's slowly getting there. Because
it's a good track. I would disagree vehemently that Paul Ricard is anything but a car park. It really is that awful. Now the only reason that it works for multi-class is because it's designed to be, fit multiple cars side by side. But that's about it. It. Oh well, we do have action on track.
I thought Hacken was going to go around the outside of Jeff there.
You're right there, Murray. But the biggest problem is that with Paul Ricard, it's flasher than a lot of pastry. Flasher than.
What are you gonna do though? What are you gonna do with a track that flat? You can't.
Don't race it. Don't race it.
No, you can't just force. Yeah, but you need flat track.
Not for no. Hang on a minute. No, I will disagree vehemently there.
I like elevation track, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need something flat just to mix it up. You can't have everything with elevation change. I came into a broadcast for a series and it was like, well, this track's got elevation. This track's got elevation. Every track they went to had elevation. A flat track sometimes it's just really fun just to see what else you can do on it.
Yeah, but this here is a pretty flat track. Sandown is pretty flat.
But you've got an uphill and a downhill.
But I mean, it's not like when I'm thinking of like flat, I'm thinking this is pretty flat comparative to a lot of tracks. It is pretty flat, but it doesn't need to be like Spa. It does not need to be like Suzuka.
Oh no, I agree.
It doesn't need to. It doesn't like not every track needs to be a copy. Like, but the problem is that it's the lack of elevation change on Paul Ricard is only one part of the problem. It's like it just when you look out and you actually see like vast amounts of nothing, and it's just so bland to look at. Like I know that's not meant to be the thing that everybody should be looking at.
But at the same time, I agree with you because come on, Spa, you take a photo at the bottom of Eau Rouge up to Raidillon.
Yeah.
Iconic photo.
Yeah.
Le Mans, a photo of the car with a friggin' road sign next to it.
Yeah, and Le Mans, even though it's got a massive back straight, it still is iconic and it's still a joy to drive. Would I see F1 there? Absolutely not, because it's just a case of the track is just not suitable for F1 cars.
It's too young, it's too long, but also the Bugatti circuit's too small.
Yeah, and also, does everything need to go to Le Mans? No, not really. I mean, it's already got plenty going to it as it is.
Same with the Nordschleife.
Yeah.
Faster cars at the Nordschleife? No, we're happy with it eventually.
Also, we probably wouldn't even support an F1 car with the amount of the sheer carousel would probably rip the floors off before they even got around once.
There's been F1 cars around there. Vettel took an F1 car around there.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they had to modify the bejesus out of it just to get it going around the carousel. Did he even take the carousel?
I can't remember. I just remember there had been a couple of times in the last 20 years that an F1 car's done it just for demo purposes, so it wasn't going flat out.
No, not really.
I think Seb was going quite a bit. But,
oh,
Jeff, nice save. Yeah, no, yeah. Also, look at Alonso driving the F1 car around Le Mans a couple of years ago. It was last year. It was fun. You wouldn't get much out of it, would you?
No, not really. You like the big problem is that I think for me at least is that when we look at as we're looking at Josh Meyer still trying to chase down Hackett Chip, by the way, we haven't missed any action. There's still plenty on your screens, plenty going around, but we're just kind of thinking to ourselves, tracks. The problem is that for Paul Ricard, like I'll even compare. Look, I'll do you a solid, right? I'll compare Paul Ricard to Sandown, the track we're racing at right now. Sandown is a bazillion times better. Bazillion. It's got a smidge of elevation change. The car has to be set up pretty proper. It's got a roller coaster design to it, so it's got fast straights. Brake hard, chuck it in. The Paul Ricard just looks like it's just bits of tarmac with bits of tape on it. It's not. It's extremely unimaginative. Like it just feels like you go round and round, and there's no real entertainment. Like I'm getting entertainment just watching these cars going around right now, because who wouldn't want to see?
Patrick Kopp copped it again.
Yeah, he copped it again. Like, let me hop on board onto the gyro of Cardamine. Like, you're anticipating a freaking big break, and you don't want to carry it in. It's really. Your hair is going to stand up on end as soon as you go through this section, and then it's a nice calming little chicane left, and then chuck it back around and go back again. Like there's excitement to Sandown. There isn't at all, at least for me anyway. Even racing or otherwise around Paul Ricard.
Here's how I look at it right here. You've got that chicane, that little chicane section, 7X, just after they go downhill.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna get a cameraman take photos there of the cars all bunched up, weaving down there, going up the hill, looking up the hill, even looking at an angle onto the horse racing track, the side, right? Not here, but the one.
Yeah, I know the one.
That's going to be a photo opportunity, and that's going to give you a picturesque photo. Where can you do that on Paul Ricard? I love the racing at Paul Ricard.
You can,
but where are you going to get a picturesque photo? Maybe one that doesn't show the track but just shows like the French hills in the distance or something.
Not really anywhere.
That's what you're going to get. And that's one of the things when you look at the supercar series. Here it is. That's the section.
Yeah.
Look at that. You get a static camera there on the inside. You're going to have some pretty good photos. So when we talk about how good Paul Ricard is, that's what I talk about, because where's the photo opportunity? You never get a photo of a car driving around Paul Ricard. You're going to get loads of photos of cars, driving here. Loads of photos of cars at Le Mans, at Spa. Even Silverstone's got a little bit of character because of how
Silverstone's got a lot of character.
The one thing that Silverstone's got that tracks don't have nowadays is every place has a grandstand.
Yeah, but it also has plenty of safety features on it too. It's probably one of the main tracks that I would have said is probably the gold standard. It's got great racing. I much prefer the older section where they go through the tunnel up through
through bridge.
Through bridge. I much prefer that. But I mean, the stuff that they've done now, I don't necessarily hate it. I like it kinda. I don't necessarily hate it. And I much prefer the older layout when it was under bridge. But it's still a gold standard. Yeah, plenty of runoff. Plenty like Zhou Guanyu, when he had his massive accident, plenty of runoff to slow the car down before it hit the barrier, and then they made sure the barrier is properly designed to take
plenty
in
of safety,
plenty of safety. So the spectators get a great race to look at.
Yeah,
they get great racing to look at, and then they also get safety. So it's like what's not to like?
With the views, like you talk about think about other places with good views. Sepang was brought up today. It's the last. It's been 5 years, whatever it was, since we last raced at Sepang.
Yeah.
Look at the photos you can get from the Sepang circuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Malaysian.
Great track.
Yeah, the Malaysian circuit really. Yeah, the Malaysian circuit probably was the best at. What's his name again? No, what's his name again?
Michael Schumacher.
No, not Schumacher. The fellow who designed it.
Tilke.
Yeah, that was probably the best Tilke track ever made.
Don't get me started with Tilke. Don't get me started.
No, but at least Tilke didn't have to be constrained by the fact that F1 wanted, to interfere more and more. At least he designed that with let's just have fun. Like that is a proper track right there.
Oh, definitely.
It's a shame that they don't race there anymore.
Like, what also gets me is that's such a good track that then you get the people that just don't like Tilke anymore because, to me, Tilke is almost like a swear word. That's not an insult to him, but because F1 want, put it like this, the way Tilke is now designing tracks, it kind of brings me into the, oh my days, Cardamone going a little bit wide. Kind of brings me into the days of the cookie cutter race tracks in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Where they literally just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, NASCAR has see, the problem is with NASCAR is that it's hard. It's a bit too harsh on NASCAR in of itself, because NASCAR, you really don't have much of a choice.
No, I understand that, but the thing is that you had these cookie cutters that basically just all the tracks, some of the tracks had the same banking, the same angle corners and all this, and there was nothing. All right, I know it's an oval. People are going to say, well, there's nothing featured about a lot of the oval. I get it.
Cardamone! He held on.
But the thing is, it's the same with the F1 nowadays, because you'll get a run down into a tight turn 1 that sweeps into a turn 2 and gives you a little combination,
Right.
That's all Tilke tracks nowadays, and then a long straight after it. I mean, Christ. Korea came, India came. Remember those two tracks? What did both those tracks
I don't even remember the Indian track. I don't even remember the Korean track.
What did they both have in common, though?
They're shit.
Long straights. No, Korea wasn't bad. Long straights.
That's the only thing I remember about them. They were shit.
They weren't. They weren't. Okay, I will fight.
Well, I mean, unless it's fun, then for me it's shit. But it's not like Sandown. Sandown is great crack.
Yeah, India I don't think was too bad, but it was literally like turn 1, a hard right-hander into a sweeping turn 2, then went into a hairpin turn 3, right down to a long straight. Long straight turn 4, then went into a sweeping opened hairpin onto a long straight into the back section, which was the technical section. Already, you've done half the track, and it's straight hairpin, straight. That was the Indian Grand Prix.
I think part of the problem is that these days they're wanting to race more and more in city circuits, which is the most wrong thing that you can do. I hate it.
I agree.
I hate it. Like Singapore can it's not a case of to rag on Singapore, but the fact that they were able to make a straight and not have corners in that final section basically made the track 10 times better, but 10 times better over my current opinion of it. It's still not great racing there this time around, but at the very same time I was just like I can't help but think, why do they consistently want to push these kinds of tracks when not a lot of people want them. The only people that want them are the people that are going to go for Instagram likes.
Yeah, well, okay, put it like this. Oh my days, that's Rob Courtney at the moment, in turn 1. Anyway, the thing is, they struck lucky with Singapore. I love it as a track, right? They struck lucky with it. Yeah, sometimes it's hit and miss, but they struck gold with a street track that works. And then they thought that they could do the same with others. So here's Baku. Does Baku really work?
Nope.
Not entirely sure. Where else are they going?
Las Vegas.
We haven't seen Las Vegas yet. We know it's rubbish. Sochi, technically a street track. Okay, they don't go there anymore. That never worked.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another street track that's now derelict. Valencia.
Oh yeah.
That is Kevin Hill and Edward Shelley. That's good. That's a nice little battle, and Kevin couldn't get by. Continue on talk about bad street tracks, aka all of them that's on F1 bar those two we mentioned. Once we see Kevin Hill, he just had a chance. Ozzy managed to get past Edward Shelley this lap. So remember, Ozzy's on lighter fuel because he pitted lap 29. He's only got about another 10 laps before he has to pit again. So.
Well, unless he is pushing like a madman, and he seemingly is. He's a second faster than Shelley was. Oh no, not a second. 0.4 of a second faster than Shelley was on that last lap. We'll see as they cross the line to see the difference. Let me have a look. It's a 109.5, 110.4, so about 0.9 of a second. But he's not faster than Steve Verwey either.
No, they are all in.
Well, it doesn't help that there's traffic either. No.
Yeah. This has turned into a multi-class race, so.
It is. Well, I mean, when the multi-class is that everybody up to 8th is lapped already.
This does give me vibes of last night's Camel GT broadcast that we were on, where it was, brilliant race, but it was single split, and you can see it was single split just by the difference in pace. I'm not going to say skill. No, hang on.
Pace.
I find that when it comes to the lower standard drivers, the lower iRacing drivers, it's not a case of a lack of pace. It's a lack of racing drivers. Also gives consistency. Edward Shelley, how did you hold that? How?
With a lot of bravery.
Hold that. Are we going to be able to see that in a moment? I think they're just in a quick battle. We may need to see how Edward Shelley just held on to that, but he is battling here. He's going to try and make this position back hard into turn 1. Under the Penrite border. He's going to try and hold this. He's locked up, though. He just holds off Hill. And that right there is going to be the Burger King move of the day.
Burger King move of the day, this was, mate. And we're going to come into the slalom. And he chucks it in here, and you can just see Edward Shelley just doing his absolute darn best. When he comes up to the chicane, mate, it's absolutely humdinger. Oh, that's a little bit of a slide, mate. That's a big old slide, mate. That was hot in the mouth kind of stuff, and he came out of it, and he did very good.
Edward Shelley must be wanting a new pair of race overalls after that.
Yeah, because I would.
Yeah, that was. I think he was trying to get back onto that line quicker than he could, and I think he also may have done it while shifting. I'm not entirely sure. So, That was a very tough moment there. But lost a little bit of time now has Hill compared to Shelley. Shelley holds on to that position after going really deep into turn 1, but holding on to it. So now I've realised that this is almost like test match special when they can't do a proper test broadcast. Okay, so test match special does the cricket, right, Rob?
Right.
And they've always done the radio commentary of English of the England test team and all the England cricket. So a couple of years ago, they kind of lost the rights because of monopoly rules to do some of the races, some of the games overseas. So what they did instead was they got all their commentators to sit in a lounge watching the game, not commentating on the game, but just pointing out key moments and just talking about cricket and other crap.
Right.
That's us right now.
Yeah, that is essentially us. Yes. But we haven't lost any rights. We're just, doing our own thing. We're just here commentating, watching some cars go around. It's great.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It is indeed. It is. Yeah.
Great.
What is... Have a look at Lynn Kinchelo's left-hand side for me. What's that driver window?
That's the...
Is that a Sasquatch?
Oh, you numpty.
What is it?
Can't you tell what it is?
No, because the cameras are going by too fast.
My, it's a roo!
Oh, it's a kangaroo, man. Oh, well, it doesn't look like a kangaroo to me. It looks like a... If it is a kangaroo, it's got really big arms.
What, on the window?
On the window of Lynn Kinchelo, yeah.
There's no arms, mate. It's a roo. The face of a roo, mate.
Oh, fair enough. Though he's being very, very festive about it. Though,
mate, you've had a few too many tinnies.
I wish.
That's a roo. I saw it before the race.
Oh, it is a roo. Oh, I can see it now. Okay. I thought the ears were, the neck.
You thought the ear was the neck?
I couldn't see it properly. But now I can.
Also, that's painted. I need to go on the I need to go cockpit to see what he sees. How have they done that? The inside is fine. The outside is yeah. That's crazy. Like, you look at the gyro, and of course I've got an ultra wide. I know that you've got a good view as well. Yet you can't see that artwork on the window.
It's like they probably do the same like what buses do.
Oh no, I'm not a bus man. Come on.
You're not a bus man.
I'm not a bus man.
You're just a postman.
I'm a postman. Yeah, exactly. It's another story. Yes.
Postman Pat. Postman Pat. Postman Pat.
God, I had that from a couple of kids before. It drove me up the wall. Oh man.
Early in the morning.
Not early anymore, okay?
Oh, so you're a late day postman.
Crikey, we don't start until 8 o'clock in the morning nowadays. Not like the old days.
Not like ye olde days where you started like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I used to start at 6:30. That was brilliant.
That would not have been brilliant. I would have not liked that.
Great. Start at 6:30, get done by 1 o'clock. Lovely, got the whole day ahead of you. Absolutely beautiful, mate. Even if you've got to wake up at like 5 o'clock to get yourself awake.
Yeah, that just sounds like...
There's a reason. There is a reason why. When I do endurance races and they're like, well, we need someone to take over in the morning. I'm like, yeah, what time do you need me? 4 o'clock? Yeah, fine. I'll be there. Because, to me, that's just another day. And, by the way, it's not a cult.
It isn't a cult, no. It's not a cult.
Ross has got a pretty good lead. I don't know if the multi-class has helped or Dallas has just been not pulling the laps in yet.
He's not been putting the laps in, no. He lost the back. Well, no, because if he was fuel saving, he'd be right up the back of Ross Banfield.
I don't know if he's left it. There's Bam. Oh my god, they've even got the wireframe on the inside.
That's all you need.
Wireframe?
Yeah.
You need a wire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that the name of an American TV show?
What, Wireframe?
No, The Wire.
I think so.
Okay.
Though, you know, it's difficult to entertain the idea because, you know, what's the word? The bird is the word.
Oh, everybody heard
about the bird.
Copyright strike.
Everybody's heard about the copyright strike. Nobody expects the copyright strike.
Nobody expects the copyright.
The copyright inquisition.
That must pay a lot.
What? Copyright?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's like Family Guy. You know how sometimes they used to just get clips of Conway Twitty performing from like the 70s?
Oh yeah.
So apparently that was done as a joke because Conway Twitty's fee was quite like his estate charged quite a lot of the fee.
Right.
So yeah, Seth MacFarlane would literally just have literally just mess around with Fox, like just going, yeah, okay, I want Conway Twitty hit, and like they had no choice, they had to cough up the money.
He put his arm around her shoulder and with a voice that sounded older, he said, "Mom, I got something on my mind."
I'll tell you what, I didn't even know who Conway Twitty was before Family Guy. God, he's good singer.
He's a old school Western singer. Well,
yeah,
was I think.
Was yeah. Back in that prime where you had
the Statler Brothers.
Dolly Parton just coming onto the scene. You had
the Statler Brothers with Bed of Roses. You know. Freebird.
Who was the guy with the? Who was the country western singer with the massive beard? Perform with Dolly sometimes.
Oh. Can't remember. It's been a long.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, that's the one. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. He did well.
Lynyrd Skynyrd is not a Westerner, but same time frame.
Mind you, I'll say this: if it wasn't for Family Guy, I would never have discovered Rush.
Really?
No, honestly. It was
Whoa!
Whoa, Jeff!
The wrong way, Jeff.
Jeff, he stacked it. He stacked it at 3, at 2. Sorry.
Let's have a look. No curbs. Oh well.
Oh. Yeah.
That's a bit of a change of direction there, Cardamom.
Oh yeah, and then oh wow, Jeff.
What's with the blinking, the center blinking light?
No, Jeff. And the blinking one in the rear.
Yeah, there's a central blinking light. It went green for a second.
That's like the FIA approved light, isn't it? Like the rain lights. Don't know why it's going green.
Well, I mean, unless Irish can snuck brain into this build, you know. And we're just not seeing it.
No idea what you're talking about.
Excuse me? Did they sneak it in? Oh, well, I'm gonna make some rain then, you know.
Make it rain, brother.
Make it. Here comes the money.
But no, honestly, I didn't know anything about Rush really until like that Family Guy skit, the Cheetos.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I remember watching like, okay, what's this? I need to see what it was, and like YouTube telling me, okay, it's Rush. I start playing Tom Sawyer, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I just put it to one side. I was like, yeah, this is a bit weird. The music video is a bit weird. And then like about a month later, like, hey, do you want to listen to more Rush? I'm like, okay. Oh.
It's like pressurizing you. It's like, oh, you want to listen to more Rush?
I legit basically now have every one of their like studio albums, bar their self-titled, and I have Keras of Steel on vinyl. It's a long story. I've never listened to it. It's probably their worst album, and I have it on vinyl. But yeah,
you're a vinyl kid.
Well, the thing is, all of them, I've got them all digital, apart from that one, because I was like, I just got into Rush, and I went to a game expo, esports expo, and they had a music section in the expo, and one guy was selling vinyl, so I bought an Elvis vinyl for my mum, and I was like, "You got any Rush?" "Yeah, we got stuff here." Didn't know what I was looking for. Just saw the first Rush I saw. It was a double vinyl. You know, it was the original as well, double vinyl, and it was Keras of Steel. Never. Well, hello. That's not the line, Lynn. Lynn, that's not the line. But yeah, no. Got me into Rush. rest is. Yeah, I got into a rush literally as they retired. Like, how cursed am I?
Walk along the razor's edge. Don't look down, just keep your head. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let me go grab some water because it's hot in this room.
It's very hot. By the way, I got temp out there today. Hang on, what am I gonna do?
You're gonna lick the finger and see the temperature.
Yeah, I've got one of those ASMR microphones, so I'm just gonna absolutely curse everybody.
Oh, don't curse it. Don't curse it. Don't curse it. Ooh. Ooh, it's hot right there.
It is so hot out. And that wind is still there. That wind is still 30 kilometers an hour north.
That is a really big bloody wind, isn't it?
It is, and like, you see the mistakes they're making to turn one, kind of understand it a bit, you know what I mean? Because that wind is coming straight at them. That would throw me off as well, if I'm brutally honest. So, it's really tough out there. Also, the tracks take clean starting practice. We had a 2-hour practice, so they were able to rubbering the track to some extent. Does help.
Anyways, I will leave you with the crowd and I will go grab some water, so I'll be back in a second.
So it's Robert Rose. Looks like they slide down into turn one. Then one. Kevin Hill. Look at how much curb they can take. Really, really nice to see. Literally, they keep flat curves around here. Should be an overtake. They slide out here by the 640. Oh no. That timing tower is still correct though. But Dallas losing time overall. Stephen away, and do not be surprised if they're coming up to the half. It's also really bring this into more racing. Unfortunately, you get a racetrack scan, and it's designed for supercars. You know, the Australians the only one going to use it. What about like putting it in a different series? Try putting it in like 83s and get a lot of use. Maybe put some open wheelies down. Such fun. There's some guys that have taken F1 cars. But yeah, championship implication at the end of this race. Andrew Waring, of course, racing out of Tascan, taking championship. Banfield will be trying to Sean Ozzy. 51 seconds in team strategy. 51 seconds away from being out of the championship. Guys, it's going to be a free race at the end of the season. Trevor Vosky is nowhere to be found today. 11 going well for him in silver. Jason Wallet championship, but he's got Stuart Elder trying to catch to him, and Elder's ahead of him. What about Joseph Homan? Joseph Homan is behind Cardamone, being Cardamone. Actually, the driver out of those three, Tom Riley, should over here where he finishes the day.
Who Hackenschütz?
Yeah, he's 18. He's gonna have to get a really good performance here because otherwise the championship run will be over.
Where is he currently now?
Hackenschütz is currently 18th on track. Key thing is.
Oh well, I knew that. I'm more so asking.
He's 54 points behind Jason Wallace. He's currently sitting sixth in the Motorsport Silver Championship. So if he can just get points on those guys, he can still...
Well, he is. He's ahead of both Elder and Waller.
Yeah, exactly. So... And then in the bronze, Matt Gelder is leading Mike Golightly by 40 points. Multi-Dakota is third. So I've got to think that Gelder would like to get some points here today, but no, he's not. Unfortunately. Gelder's not had a good day. He's 29th. Michael Golightly, no, I did see him. Where is he? Oh, he's sitting in 23rd. Ahead even of Multi Dakota, which is very nice. So, championship today.
Pronunciation.
Yes.
Perceived pronunciation.
So it's just really now, like, the closest battle out there is Kevin Hill and Oliver Wallen, and they're about to get overtaken short of Banfield. Pace Banfield's been on. So
Banfield has kind of just checked out. He's kind of just on his own, 0.4 of a second faster than Pataska.
Yeah.
And Pataska has been, fairly quick to slice and dice through traffic as well.
I'll tell you who else who's checked out. It's going to be Stephen Verwayen, surely. 45 seconds away from the lead pair. He's got a 4-second gap to Ozzy Verwayen.
Yeah, but Ozzy's catching him.
Yeah, but traffic.
True.
That's what to keep eyes out. Also, Black Camry just made me look like they're going very slow, and that just threw me off there for a moment. These were the cars. These have got synchromesh gears, haven't they?
Pass on that one. I think they do.
You're very helpful. Because the old ones didn't have that, from what I remember. So
let me have a look, actually.
yeah.
When did V8s go to sequential gearbox? They went to a sequential gearbox in 2008.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Oh no, hang on. 1 second. Let me just search heat speaker synchro mesh. Sequential manual transmission. Where does this? The V8 supercars started using sequential manual gearboxes in 2008 after switching from a H-pattern manual gearbox. And NASCAR introduced a 5-speed sequential manual transmission with a Gen 7 car in 2022 after using a conventional 4-speed and H-pattern manual for many years.
So quite a few years ago.
Yes.
Makes sense. So, oh wait, he was saying how Ozzy was catching away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. Just lost 4/10 that last lap. Like I said, traffic.
It is a give and take.
Yeah. There's Ozzy trying to overtake Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
And
this is not working out. Yeah.
Oh, Hamilton wide! Hamilton goes what? Hamilton, he's done a China. He's done a China.
Anyways, we are just coming up towards the halfway point. We will take a few minutes of a break. We will leave the whole thing going so you won't miss a moment of action. Don't go away. We will be back in just a few moments. And we are back. Welcome back to the Sandown 500. We're just past the halfway point. And, well, you know, what can we say? The field has been split up, but still definitely a fair few battles out there going on. Jeff Schmeier, for instance, still chasing down Travis Henderson. Dick Mueller, after the amount of spins that he's had and accidents, he started 34th, he's 14th. He's
a pit.
No, he's pitted.
When? He pitted lap 40.
Yeah, and it's now at lap 83.
Which means he's about to pit.
Well, hopefully, anyway.
That's what we're thinking.
Cross your fingers, anyway.
Well, what else am I going to cross?
Your legs?
Yeah, they're already crossed. How I said.
Ugh.
I know. Oh, hello. Speaking of that battle, Travis Henderson going very wide. There he is. There he goes. Bye-bye.
He's still going.
Hang on. How is it they've only got a small gravel pit there on that runoff, on that final corner? You see it?
It's called being brave.
That's just, nah. That to me is just silly to have that much gravel. Like, look at it. Look how much grass is there and look how much gravel is there around the whole track.
A lot of it. There is a lot in certain places, anyway. In certain places, there's literally nothing.
Right. Anyway, Rob, hang on. We need to bring you the end of the 12:40 from Sandown.
The 12:40.
Cinderella is coming around the final corner. Cinderella's got 2 lengths. Cinderella has 2 lengths here.
Oh.
And yeah. Could you imagine them trying to do horse racing at the same time as the motor race? It wouldn't work.
No, especially with the track temperature increasing as it is, and the fact that it's still a 30km/h northerly wind.
Like, I'm not for animal violence, so I apologise if this stands out of taste, but it'd just be... And Cinderella coming around the final corner. Cinderella is scared. Cinderella has bolted for the gates. You know, it would be that. The car just goes right past it. They've also got a drag strip on this track.
Do they? Why? Why?
Oh no. But basically, you could use the start straight and the back straight as a drag strip. Because the front straight is 899 meters long and the back straight is 910 meters long. So, you know. Hey Siri, how many meters are the quarter of a mile? 402. Yeah, definitely. You could use the front back straight as a drag strip. Quarter mile drag strip. That would be fun. Note to Jake and note to Southpaw. Sandown, Max Bant, drag racing. Make it happen.
Drag strip racing at Sandown.
Yeah.
Would you be a drag strip?
You wouldn't drag strip a car. You wouldn't drag strip a television.
Drag strip television. I don't know. You wouldn't drag strip the iRacing UI.
No, that's true.
Because drag stripping is against. I remember seeing that for the first time and thinking to myself, what are they getting at? You know?
Yeah, piracy, like, yeah?
Yeah, they could just say, oh, piracy bad, don't do it. It's like, yeah, then we would actually get it.
So, there's a new piracy advert on British TV now. I saw it yesterday. And I'm just there with my hands on my face. Just say my hands in my face, not my head in my hand. They're basically now saying, don't pirate stream live events or TV. Because some of these websites are dangerous and they'll be able to hack you.
Oh, I seen that one.
pretend to be you. And I'm like, really? You mean to say that if I'm going to watch a meaningless baseball game in September, someone's going to hack me and decide, well, it's Craig. All his information, only he didn't watch the stupid Pittsburgh Pirates take on the St. Louis Cardinals in a meaningless game, he never would have had my information. You know, it's like...
Yeah,
nah. Now, if you were saying that I was going to watch the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, yeah, I can understand that because, wow, everyone's watching them right now because of Taylor Swift.
Didn't there was some of the statistics flown around that because the Chiefs had Taylor Swift, they actually got really popular for some reason.
Okay, so the Chiefs don't have Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is supposedly dating one of the Kansas City Chiefs,
right?
Tight end Charles Kelsey. So she was there in the players' box for their game last week with his mum. Now I'm just saying, you know, I'm not Hollywood. I'm not going to give you all the gossip. Like, did you see that they saw Taylor Swift? And oh my God, she was with Travis's family. I'm telling you right now, girlfriend, they are so together. But literally because of that, his numbers, of the number of jerseys that has been sold of his name have gone up. The number of people trying to get into the NFL has gone up. His Instagram followers have skyrocketed, all because he's dating Taylor Swift. Wow. I mean...
I'm just waiting for the next song to be like, Shake It Off, the Chiefs edition.
No, it's going to be some love song about how he goes in for the touchdown and you put the arrow straight through my goalposts or something, you know? Wait, you can't say I'm wrong.
Oh my dearie me.
It's true though. Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This has been Trials and Tribulations with Craig King and Robert O'Brien here live on the Raidillon TV.
This is Raidillon TV calling. Raidillon TV calling. Hello. The old classic radio calls.
Keep digging.
But no, it's quite interesting because some people, like, because Taylor Swift has a boyfriend who plays for an NFL team, everyone's now trying, all the Swifties, I'm not making fun of them, okay? I think this is cool, but it just kind of goes to show, like, the fan base as well, because the Swifties are now, like, they're learning American football. So they don't, you know, they're learning a sport just because their idol has a partner who plays in the sport, which I think is adorable.
Oh, that's cute.
I've gone as far as this, Rob. They are the American version of Posh and Bex.
Uh-huh.
You can't deny that. You know what I mean? Very popular celebrity, top player in the league. You know, in the sport they play. You know, a couple. Makes sense.
Yeah, you know, you have a point. By the way, Edward Shelley has caught back up to Ozzie Milwing.
He has indeed, and also Dallas Bataska, we saw, came into the pit with Ross Banfield. He's right on the back of him as well. So, battle for 4th and 5th, and the battle for 1st and 2nd is very tight. And actually, 1st and 2nd are right behind that battle. There you go. There they are.
There they are. They are there. Ozzie Milwing running away.
Jeff Carnamoni has retired. It is our 2nd retiree of the day.
Only 2? Oh yeah, crikey, because Rob Courtney still hasn't retired. He's still in the car.
Yeah. Rob Courtney's doing a Sergio Perez.
Oh, he's doing okay, Checo, we're going to have to retire the car. Pull it into the pits. Oh, Checo, we're going to try and get back out.
So the story is that they actually asked the FIA if they could do that, and the FIA are like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing against it.
No.
If you think the car is still workable, you can pull it into bits as long as you like.
Shelley got him. Shelley got him. Shelley got Mullane into turn 1.
All right, let's have a look.
Look at this. Look at this power from the Mustang. And down into turn 1. Hard on the brake and under the pen right sign. As Cole and Car... I can't do the... Oh, there's Rob Courtney gone as well, by the way.
No. But, by the way, our boy, he's still going around.
Not a cult.
It's not a cult. No, not a cult. But I love how it's now. I feel like it's spreading on his car. It's just not a cult. As I said, it has to not just be one angle. It has to be all the angles.
Yeah. He's even talked about how much he loves seeing the car.
Yeah, because it's not a cult.
It's not a cult.
It isn't a cult. Anybody who says it's a cult, can you really trust them? Yeah, you know, they say it's a cult, but really, is it a cult? By the way, everybody up to 11th has been lapped at least twice. Everybody 10th through to 6th has been lapped once. And Aussie Millwayne and Shelley are about to be lapped.
So what you're saying is people are being lapped?
Yes, a lot of people are being lapped. There they are.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's Banfield. That's Aussie Millwayne. Now you might think that it's 5th, but it is 5th. He's just about to get lapped by Ross Banfield. That's how quick he is.
I mean, that just goes to show you again. Remember how I was saying, again, not an insult at the lower I rating, but how I was saying how the lower I rating is not an issue of pace sometimes, it's the racecraft, and of course consistency comes in.
Yeah.
So that does sound like it being contradicting, but consistency is different to pace. Because if you can keep the pace consistent, you've got the racecraft. Because you can almost do it on command. That's how I see it. So I won't lie, Rob. There have been nights where me and the boys have been bored, and I just go, right, where's Ferrari's fix this week? Oh, great. Let's watch the bottom split Ferrari fixed. And I started doing it, and like, yes, you want to look at it and laugh, but we've all had to start somewhere, okay? It's the same when you see learner drivers out on the road. You want to be mad that you're right up behind them and they're going slow or they're not pulling out quick enough, and you're like, bro, we were there once. We've all been there.
Almost definitely. Almost definitely.
So I look at these bottom splits, and for me, it's more of a case of I start going into them like, what are they doing that I am doing better? Like, I look at them and I'm like, I'm not the fastest of the drivers, but I'm almost a second faster than these guys. Why?
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of it is just that racecraft. Because they have a pace that they stick to, and it's not a slow pace, even if, like, you know, like, what, a bottom split driver is probably 3 seconds off the qualifying time in top split, but it's a pace. You know, they keeping all 4 tyres on. It's just that racecraft.
Yeah, and also, plus, as well, if you're consistent, you're actually much better off being consistent, especially in something like a endurance race.
People are gonna hate me for this. It's what Daniel Morad said in that iRacing video once. It's not the fastest lap; it's the fastest stint.
Yes, absolutely. And if you make no mistakes, you're gonna have a car that's gonna be practically as you got it. You know, when you got into the car, as if you got out of the car. Plus, you know, a team can pretty much very much reliably say, okay, you're going to come in practically blah, 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 you know, in such and such a time at such and such a pace, and, you know, as long as you hit that mark, then we're kind of fine with that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, somebody, I found it on Reddit, one of our teammates found it, and it's a spreadsheet. When it comes to endurance racing, it's just Maya. When it comes to endurance racing, it is a spreadsheet that you put in the values of how much fuel you're using, what's your lap time, how long is the pit stop with fuel or with tyres or without tyres. You know, that was back in the day when tyres were separate. And you basically just tell them what time you start, they'll tell you roughly what time you'll finish, and you basically just go by that, and it all worked out for you. That's just fantastic, because the amount of times that's right on point with how you're driving is fantastic. But sometimes as well, if you're just a little bit faster, you're probably saving a second or a minute, you know. But something like that is just really good to see, and it's not something you aim for, but let me tell you, you get out of the car and you see that you were ahead of the schedule, which means you were quicker. Sometimes it's a little bit of a morale boost, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd be the exact same way. It's just like, oh my god, I'm fast. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've had that the last 2 weeks, and I died at Spa. That's another story.
Oh no, I've done the exact same thing.
Take shiny new toys in the Porsche and the Acura. Put IMSA at Spa, and what do you get?
A lot of headache.
People not understanding how to do multi-class traffic.
Yeah, very true.
The amount of incidents I've seen this week just in Twitch clips alone, and then I actually got killed because somebody not understanding multi-class traffic a couple of nights ago. I'm going up our corner. I'm having to lift because there's 3 GTs in front of me. The LMP in front of me pushes the GT wide. I'm still not full throttle. The guy behind me decides I'm never going to lift. I'm going to go full throttle. At the top of the hill, he thinks there's a gap. There's no gap. The gap closes and takes me out. Then rejoins on the track and takes 4 other people out. And it's like, just wait! You don't see Dallas trying to send it in this race on a lap car, do you?
No, not at all.
You don't see Jeff trying to send it on Matt Gelder up ahead.
No, it's very methodical.
Yeah. Wait your turn. Also, there's only 3 cars on the lead lap now, and Stephen's about to be lapped.
Who? Oh, wait. Oh,
but Wayne is a minute and 5 behind the leader. Ross Banfield's just crossed the line, but Wayne's just entering turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoa!
Who was that?
Tom? Oh, and also Mullane and Shelley just come together.
Oh.
And Mullane, Ozzy had a moment under braking.
Let's have a look at Dryling. What happened to him?
Oh, Mullane spun.
Oh, Mulwayne. Oh, whoa. Yeah, Mulwayne lost control there.
I think Ozzy's got a meatball. He hasn't. But he's struggling with that car right now, and he's lost a bunch of positions.
I think he's cooked the tires.
That's true. So, yeah, he's down into 7th position now. Also, Shelley just went, right, I'm on the grass. I'm just going to drive through the grass.
Why not? Sure, yeah. Why not?
Why not? It just slows you down now. But by the way, were you doing that camel race at Hockenheim last week?
I was the director for it, yeah.
That's what I mean. That clip at the flip when the car hit the gravel.
Yes.
Wow.
There was a clip.
I clipped it. I saw it right away and I was like, I showed it to people and it's like, this is what we wanted in iRacing.
For the longest time, yeah, gravel's
He
upon
dug
it.
into the gravel. Alright, it's an old damaged model car and it's a prototype, but at the same time, he dug into the gravel and the gravel flipped him.
It's what we wanted.
Yeah. Alright, the grass is still a little bit too grippy. You know, like, you and I are probably the last people to do a broadcast on the with a Bathurst jump.
Yes.
We've got that. We might be one of the last people to do a Bathurst jump on an iRacing broadcast. We've got that to our name.
Yeah. That's about it. We also have another accolade for our name. Remember Iron Warrior?
Yeah.
Yes. We did that.
Yeah. We made that famous with the not top 10.
Yes.
Alex loved every minute. I didn't even need... I gave him just a list of things that happened. And, like, he just picked out one. And he picked out the best. And it was just you in hysterics.
Oh, no, well, he picked out multiple bits. He picked out, Mike Gaunt getting completely smashed to smithereens.
Oh, there was me just going, guys, you need the lead. You need to hit this guy.
Yeah, if you want the lead, hit this car.
Yeah.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
Yeah,
Whoa!
Speaking of blurst of time, that's another car going wide. That wind is still there, by the way, guys. It's now up to 32 kilometers an hour.
I'm telling you, it's going to be quite tricky. I think that's the best way of saying it. It's going to be exceptionally tricky from here on out because just about 61 laps to go. And the tires are going to be cooked at this point.
Yeah. Also, just remember though, the track temp is warming up and it might be as warm as it would be for all race. They're still in like the winter time in Australia. I think spring's just starting to come in for them. So it's a cold track when you look at like how hot Bathurst 12 hours for GT at the start of the year. But that's at Christmas time. Well, it's not. Sorry, it's in January. The idea it's still summer over there. So yeah, it's a cooler track than you'd expect.
A little bit.
Just as anywhere else, if this was like done in like February, you'd be looking at like 50C, no problem. Try driving on that road.
Oh, you wouldn't in these cars. It'd be impossible.
I mean, you'd just be wood spinning.
Well, not only that, you'd be unable to get the tires to come up to temperature. Well, no, they'd come up to temperature and then they would immediately go melt.
They would touch the track and basically just go, yeah, I'm done.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't deny that. Just be like, what's happening? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, we've got our toys cooked, mate.
Mate.
The tires are cooked. But
yeah. So, has the Wayne been lapped? He has.
Yeah, so now it's into two. Two on the lead lap, and they're Dallas Pataska and Ross Banfield. That's it.
There are still other battles going on, but yeah, that's all she wrote.
That's staggering. I mean, to be fair, from our Pacific colleagues, it was the exact same behavior. They had it where I think only 4 cars on the lead lap. Something like that.
Yeah.
It was what they would consider a what's the word? A giant amount of oh my goodness. Like, because I think when I looked at their sheet, it was like, yeah, here's all the drivers and only 4 on the lead lap, and even then, like, there were on their split, it was something like some similar number to this.
Right. That is one good thing about a race like this, though, because like we know it's going to be certain laps, so we have to like understand what's the pace of the cars to get a time. Like, in other races, if it's timed, you know how long you're going to be.
Oh yeah.
Unless you do the Coke 600 with the classic NASCARs that goes on for 4 hours because there were so many wrecks.
Yeah, just wreck. Oh, we'll try and get green. No, wreck. Green again, wreck. Green again, wreck. Green wreck. Green wreck. Green wreck. Green, and then wreck.
Yeah, that was a race.
Yeah, that was a race.
Just like this is right now, Kevin Hill pulling away. And Aussie, even with that damage, there's no damage to that really stupid wing on the back of that Mustang, is half a second faster than Kevin Hill, so I think he's going to get past.
He will, but Mill Wayne's carrying a lot of damage now at this point.
But there is somebody who has made up more places than Aussie.
Who?
For his name is Richard Muller.
Where is Richard Muller?
Dick Muller, he's currently in 12th.
Oh, crikey, he's made up 22 positions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he started dead last. Of course he's going to make up positions. He's guaranteed to.
Yeah, if you don't expect
I had to double
22.
check. I had to double check how many races we had to start this race, and it's like, oh well, yeah. Of course he's going to have, what's it called? Positions gained, because he can only gain positions. He can't lose any. He's doing pretty well. especially given the fact that he didn't have the cleanest of starts.
I mean, who did have the cleanest starts if you weren't at the front?
Well, the guy I've called Ozzy Mulwayne.
Yeah,
He had a very clean start.
Yeah. Very clean.
And to be fair, even though he had that mistake, he's still going strong.
Say he's built strong.
Yeah, he's built. He's built.
Oh no! I've just seen Joe Peak with the best quote of the season. I think.
What did he say?
They were talking about Dick Muller and how many places. He kind of just went, Dick has gotten up.
Oh,
Didn't finish his.
Dick has gotten Joe.
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 Yeah. Well done, Joe.
You know how it is. Sometimes it do be like that.
Well, it's like my mistake a couple months ago, sorry. Because I've always said when they make contact, I've always shouted they've touched. Now,
they touched. Oh.
Now, unfortunately, when one of them's a minor and the other one's, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody knew what you meant. Everybody knew what you meant.
Yeah, but my broadcaster then just picked up on something and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh dear.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But at the very least, at the very least, we can now safely say that we do have battles.
No.
We've got. Where is Salim Howard?
Who? Oh.
Daniel Salim Howard. Where did he go?
Hi, Daniel. There he is. No, it's slowing down. I thought he was pulling off there.
No, he's still going.
Oh no! Gary Thomas has just gone in the wall. I'll have to look back at that one shortly. Where is Daniel Howard? Where's he gone?
No, don't tell me he disconnected.
Yep, he did.
No!
And we just had, while we were looking at that, Gary Thomas getting taken out by a back marker. Or taking out a back marker. It was the latter. So, here's Gary Thomas. He's going to have a lap car in front, and one of those white cars there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be coming around. So here he goes, everything's fine. Holding on in that Mustang. Now, onto the back straight goes Thomas. Just going to try and get around here. He comes down the seesaw. What did you call it? Carousel?
I didn't call it anything.
Okay, he goes down the hill, this water slide. There he goes. He goes down the hill. Now, this is the difference of people's braking because he's broken way too much. Yeah.
Okay.
Way too much speed.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, you can't blame the back marker there because the back marker really didn't do much at all. He kept his line, which is what he's meant to do. And, yeah, I think that was a bit brave by Gary Thomas to do that.
I'm going to hope that Gary just made a mistake on braking there and it wasn't him just
it probably was just different speed in general, you know?
Yeah. Whoever knows. I tell you what, though, Mr. Muller is on the up. He's right. I noticed what I said there. He's right behind Lynn Kinchlow there.
Did you just cough?
I laughed and coughed at the same time.
Because it just made me cough. Damn you. By the way, Dick Muller, Lynn Kinchlow.
That's what I was just on
about! I know. I'm only pulling your leg. You do see them on your screens, though. That's what I was actually going to say. Well, Craig was talking about very close together at the moment. 1/10 of a second separating the two of them, and they do not have any back markers at the moment blocking their view. Look at Muller looking on the inside, thinks about the move. You can see his steering wheel. And it's just going to be tiptoe from here, as realistically speaking, that was probably the best place that he could have made the pass.
Possibly. They got a slow car on the gravel, not the gravel, on the dirt here. Is that Mr. Homan? It is Mr. Homan. That's Joseph Homan there. So he'll let him by. Not their fight anymore. I think he just had a moment trying to overtake Jason Watt. I think happened between those two. Again, look at the braking. Muller does have it better on the braking, but he's not able to dive it in on the braking, but then makes a mistake, and they're going to go side by side. They touch, they hit each other, and Muller kicks it out. I tell you what, well done by Joseph, well done by Muller.
Yeah, that's a very, very tight section of the track there, and you could just see how slow that car was to actually like regain control. That's one of the problems with this car. As soon as you start losing it, it's like a lazy river of just like, oh.
Well, it's a supercar. You know, this is basically a stock car. Let's be brutally honest. This is a stock car.
Yeah.
Like you get in NASCAR. That's why Shane Van Gisbergen managed to beat everybody. And I said it like that because NBC could not pronounce his name right. Literally, the first race after he came back after that win, the first thing he said in the press conference was, by the way, mate, it's Van Gisbergen. Yeah, that was it, you know. Because, like, let's be brutally honest. Number one, they can't pronounce things, and I thought we were bad at pronouncing things in the UK on the BBC.
Yeah.
Number two, are they ever actually going to call him Gizzy?
Oh, like, if they do, it'll probably be front page news.
Yeah, and number three, me and Rob, we've spoken to Gizzy before. Technically.
I know. Yeah. We have.
Yeah.
And he's a gem. I can't remember how long ago it was, though.
Well, that iRacing Twitch clip with the murder, same league.
Oh, yes, I remember that now.
Yeah.
I just witnessed a man getting murdered.
Yeah, same league. I just remember, I think that endurance league was going at the same time as, like, Bathurst 1000, like, the season. So, Gisbergen won the Bathurst 1000, and then there was just guys just going, yeah, what up, guy? What up, mate? What up? And he actually said a thank you. He actually went in and said thank you. He didn't just ignore everyone. He said thank you. So, unlike another real-life racing driver I know that congratulates me on the Discord and never spoke to me.
Damn. You do be like that.
I mean, they are busy. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say I hate you for not. You know, it's like you're busy. You can understand that. Don't worry about it, type thing.
Yeah.
It's all banter at the end of the day, Rob.
It is. It pretty much is.
Isn't banter, it's this race because Smyer is caught up to Ravoski. And also in other battles, there are none. Well, actually, no. Ozzy and Kevin are close to battling. That's about it. But yeah, I just can't get enough of this sound. V8 sound. It
is a long lost sound.
Like, oh man, look at that. Just look, listen as well. Look and listen. Just so nice. Homan though making that move on Go Lightly.
Mike, he goes hard. Go hard, Lee.
Mike's guy just got overtaken, so how did he go hard?
Well, he's got a lot of damage. He's used his spare car, so he's going hard. You know, that's very brave.
He's doing a Colin McRae, isn't he?
Yes.
It's just full beans.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Colin McRae drive?
Have you ever seen him at the X Games?
No.
All Colin needed to do in the final stage of the first ever X Games rally, all he needed to do was just get the car around. And it was a little bit of street racing onto the dirt parts of the stadium, because they put a load of dirt down in the stadium so they could do the motocross and the motorbike, the BMXing.
Right.
Not BMXing, the FMX, sorry.
Right.
And Craig comes down, no problem. He goes hard into this corner, and this is Colin McRae hard. He digs the front in, and the car flips. He barrel rolled the car, it's crushed. He still drives it. He lost the gold medal to Travis Pastrana because he flipped the car. But the iconic thing is, there's his golden Scooby, and he's flipped it back on 4 wheels and just keeps driving like nothing's happened.
That's Colin McRae.
Because that's Colin McRae, yeah.
I tell you that much. There's plenty of drivers that would be like that though. They'll just be like, yeah, everything's fine. It's just like, are you sure though?
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff I saw from the Rally Chile yesterday on one of the stages, yeah. Just a car with no front. And it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna drive it back. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You know, it's like, really? Got a guy with like no rear tire. What happened? I had a puncture on both rears. Yep, still driving it though.
Yeah, but it's barely drivable. Still driving it though.
Yeah, still driving it. It's only gravel.
It's only gravel.
Mind you, there's my mother's car that has a puncture, and she's like, "Oh, you can put the spare tire on." First of all, you don't have a spare tire. Second of all, let me get the puncture repair kit. Get down there, look at it, and it's got a massive hole. So you ain't getting that fixed.
Yeah, you get a new tire at that point.
Yeah, literally had to get a new tire, and the thing was though, I had to drive the car. Yeah, I had to drive the car into a safe spot.
And how did it feel?
Let's just say I've driven cars on iRacing with damage to understand the idea of how to. This sounds crazy, but sim racing allowed me to drive that car with no problem. It was a front left, so there was still wheel there, but I can't drive it. I'm only driving it like 20 meters into a field, you know. But it was the idea of I had to drive it carefully, not to destroy the alloy rim. And I did a good job. You know, just took it nice and careful, not aggressive on the steering or anything. You know, just did what I had to do, got it in, and like I said, just understood from my days of sim racing when you get when you've got damage on the front left, and like, you know, I was just like, yep. If I feel the car pulling, I know what it is, type of thing. You know. So. Well,
you've got no other choice at that point.
Well, no.
Well, you don't want it to be stuck in an unrepairable place either.
No, like I said, the safe space down the country lane was one of our neighbours' gateway to their field, and we were just like, can we park it in? Because it was also like a Thursday night. And we were like, yeah, can you park it in your field just for the just for the next 24 hours? Yeah, fine. Okay.
Yeah, he did that for you.
Yeah. Right. It was that, or we just blocked their field and we knew they had to get in there the next day, so we had to, type of thing. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's fine. Don't worry. Parked it in, hid it in the corner. Someone came and took the tyre off for us and got it fixed. Won't talk about the price.
Probably a lot.
Well, put it like this, it's, because it's a Peugeot, it means it's a Michelin. Is that Michelin?
It's not guaranteed. You can have multiple sets of tires though.
Yeah, but you don't want. Yeah, but because of the fact it's like a Peugeot 2008 and it's like it's brand new, you kind of want to make sure you've got like for like, especially being an SUV. Do they call it SUVs nowadays? I don't know, crossovers. No, they called it crossovers, then they had to turn it back to SUV. But yeah, so we had to get like for like. So I think it cost about 150, 170 together. You know. But of course, we're not paying for them to install the wheel back on the car. They're just literally putting a tyre on the rim. So we're not paying for the labour of installing the tyre. So we saved on that.
I mean, yeah.
You gotta go like for like though, especially when it's especially when that tyre is designed. So.
Let's have a look.
And there is one of our drivers. Yeah. That did go fun. It was such a shame.
Gelder, no. No, Gelder. Sadness, bro. Sadness.
See what happened to Matt.
Let's have a look.
Oh, no, I've seen it. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, Matt. I just saw that. That's a heartache.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
He's got a very badly damaged car. Let's have a look.
Lap 101 for him, and he goes into braking. Here we go. Hard braking. No, that's not the corner. That's not what happened to him. It was on turn 1 though.
Just
and
whoa!
Whoa! Get her! He's lost it. He's lost it into turn 1.
What happened here? Hang on.
That is called braking.
Well, I know what that braking is. Oh, yeah. That's one very upset car.
And then just the instant, I have to go now.
My people need me, yeah.
Less than 50 laps to go. And they still need to do one more pit stop.
Oh, crikey, they do. Yeah, it's what? 43 laps left?
Don't get me on the last. It's a Sunday evening.
You know what? Fair enough.
Come on.
Here's some maths for you. You want some maths?
Go on then.
Currently, on average, the drivers have done 38 laps before pitting.
Right.
Unfortunately, I have to take in the average of those that are already in the pits and have stayed in the pits.
Right.
So therefore, it's a 4-lap stopper. Or it's a 3-stopper.
It's a 4-lap stopper if you're the likes of Ozzy McWayne. Speaking of Ozzy McWayne, Ozzy's in the pits!
He's in the pits! He's blinking his lights to know that he is in the pits.
Oh, that's it.
I'll tell you this much though. Where is he?
He's in the pits!
Yeah, but he's been passed by Oliver Wallen. He's... Oh, yeah, probably because he was out of sync.
Ozzy's going all the way. Wow, yeah, that's a big gap. Yeah, Ozzy going to the end. He's finally out the pits. Not taking his quick repair, though.
I think he probably guesses that he won't need it.
With that damage to the rear? Yeah, I suppose. Again, it's not aero damage.
And if it isn't aero damage, it's not affecting your race. I think at that point you would just be like, well, let's just keep it going. Let's just see what we could do.
We're fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's just put some sellotape on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we could go wrong.
Could fly off.
Yeah, there's that. That's about it. That's all I got.
Well, it could fly off and, you know, ruin your race.
Yeah, that would be boring.
Why would it be boring though?
Like then like you can't race. You're in the pits, you can't race. Think about it. Lose your wing, you know, can't race. You have to watch these cars drive around instead of you racing. How envious must you be?
True. Oh, he's in the waiting room. Sorry. Let's get Mr. Gelder. Good evening, or good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, how are we? Now, we did see that poor accident that put your car to the out to pasture, but how was it up until that point?
Yeah, I had probably more fun running around Daytona in the night than this one.
Oh dear. Well, take us through it. Take us through it then. In that case, what about it was just not agreeing with you?
Going from obviously we had dirt last round, so going from dirt and then coming back onto the pavement is a little bit of a struggle because you're so used to, you spend a week or a couple weeks practicing the trucks where you're always sliding around, sliding sideways, and these cars just want to do that even though they're just not fast. So trying to get the car to actually hook up and go straight and without destroying tires was a little bit of a painstaking ordeal. And then Yeah, getting used to about halfway through the stint, the tires start falling off. So that's why you see a lot of guys starting to spin out, especially myself. So when when the fuel load starts coming off the rear end and the tires start falling off is when you start seeing a lot of guys sliding around and getting trying to get themselves not necessarily in trouble, but trying to save themselves from getting in trouble.
Well, I imagine that I imagine it's probably going to not put you into good stead to see the car, basically just become an unresponsive brick. I mean, especially with a car like this where it's meant to be more, more agile and, a little bit less, a little bit more malleable in terms of straight line speed on tarmac. Though, you did talk about ovals on Daytona night. The next one is an oval at North Wilkesboro in the Legends. Are you going to be participating in that one?
Oh, for sure. I'm looking forward to this one. This one was. I have a feeling this was a little bit of Kinchlow's doing because he likes to run when he get in his spare time. He likes to run the 87s. So I think this one kind of had to do a little bit with him putting this one on the map and being North Wilkesboro and being an 87s being like a nostalgia race. I think it'll be fun. I enjoy running the 87s, and I think being in North Wilkesboro will even be even better. And
yeah, it is going to be the last two ones, apart from the Iron Warrior and the playoffs. The last one after that is going to be the British Grand Prix in the W13. Now that's one I'm looking forward to. Are you a Formula One aficionado?
Oh yes, I watch it as much as possible.
Oh, perfect. Then we both can agree on something. Craig, do you have anything from Matt?
No, because you asked my question about North Wilkesboro.
You can think of another one.
Come on, you guys.
You can think of another one.
No, I can't. No. I mean, to be fair, no, there is one because you were talking about how the rear goes when the halfway through a stint. Is it similar to like driving like a NASCAR around on a road course when it comes like that lap of grip?
Kind of, but this one is. It seems like with the supercars, it's a lot less predictable. Like you barely breathe on the throttle and you're sideways. Where the NASCAR, it kind of gives you a little bit of, hey, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. You kind of feel it when you start to step on the throttle. You can kind of hear, or you kind of in the wheel, you can kind of feel how it's going to react. The supercars, it's completely different. You go from driving on tarmac to driving on ice, and within an instant, as soon as you breathe on the pedal. So it's kind of, at least for me, that's how it is. I know for some of the guys on the team, they seem to be able to pick it up a lot better and be able to control it. Obviously, with Ross leading, obviously he's picked up, and Travis finishing third yesterday. They're kind of the ones that have kind of picked it up a little bit better than some of the other guys. Even though all the other guys have been doing really well, this is one that we knew for coming into it that a lot of us were going to struggle. And it was going to be one of those that if you didn't put the time, not necessarily if you didn't put the time in, but it was one of those if you could pick it up quickly enough and get your practice laps down quickly enough with the correct technique that you'd be fast. But for myself, I didn't have enough time, and my technique in these cars are not the greatest. So I've struggled all through practicing and trying to get my laps on.
So what are you going to do now for the rest of your day? Now this is done, because unfortunately, you're not there for the final hour.
No, but I'm hanging out, cheering the guys on. Hopefully Ross can beat Dallas here, but Dallas he's been on. Dallas is one of those that never quits, and neither does Ross. So it's one of those where one of them's going to have to give, and we don't know which one's going to have to give.
Well, let's hope they both finish. Let's hope they both finish.
For sure they're going to both finish, but it depends on what order. So yeah, no. Neither one of them wanted the race that way. Ross is he's a very professional style driving. He likes to race clean. He likes to make sure that he doesn't race. He doesn't want to win because somebody wrecked. That's how his philosophy is. So he likes, like right now, with Dallas right behind him, he's just. Even in Discord, he's like, man, I wish Dallas would just get off my butt for 5 minutes so I can breathe.
Yeah, we're all like that, I think even sometimes we've just said, man, hope they don't wreck. You know, there's been times you've been there as well in endurance races. It's like, oh, the leader's out. Oh, please don't tell me they took themselves. You know, please don't tell me they were taken out by somebody or something. You don't want them to crash. But yeah, so I think it's going to be a fun race to the finish. Now that they've got one more pit stop to do, I think, and then they're done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all going to come down to traffic. Traffic on this tight of course, especially with this many cars, that was the number one that they were complaining about yesterday. And I know with Ross and Dallas already this far into the race, they've already been complaining about how bad traffic's been and how some people have been getting out of the way, some people have not been getting out of the way. So it's just one of those where it's going to come down to a traffic or fuel mileage deal, depending on how these last pit stops go.
Crikey, we just saw that with Ross trying to get by that traffic. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's scary, especially when the traffic is the same car you're driving. So, you know, we just got to cross our fingers and knock on wood that there's not going to be an issue now.
Yeah, it's going to come down to these last few laps. Last 40 laps are going to be fun.
Well, Rob, unless you've got something else to add.
I do, yes, actually. Do you have any shout-outs or thanks you'd like to give, Matt?
Shout-outs all the guys on the team. I've picked up a new job a couple months ago, so I have not been around on the team a whole lot. So I salute the guys on the team that have stepped up and helped. Pretty much everybody has stepped up. I don't think there's one person that has not helped out on the team since I've kind of not been there very often. Of course, we have the shout out EvilBox. Do you guys actually have your subscription to EvilBox yet?
I don't. I've been meaning to get it.
Come on, guys. Every time I talk to you guys are supposed to be doing this.
Give us the code.
EvilBox, code UDocs for 35% off the entire life of the subscription. So
I'll take that then.
It's nice.
I'll take that.
It's nice. Gotta say, who else do we got? We got, of course, Simability with Glenn and his son that run Simability and help everybody with getting disabled people back in the sim racing. I've been with them forever, so we are very proud to have them in the car. And of course, the LMG T2i. Of course, we have a gentleman that on our team that actually has that, so it's very dear to our hearts that we support that charity, and hopefully we can help them find a cure, or at least help them get steps into becoming a little bit better all around. Other than that, also I will. We actually have. I know that some of you, or I know Greg and Robert, you know that we have a llama as our mascot, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to be introducing our new illustration probably this week of our new Lola. We actually had somebody draw Lola for us. It's a very, very nice rendition of Lola. We've had a couple of renditions, but this one I think is almost the best one. So we'll be introducing that this week. So be prepared for this one.
Well, I'll be looking forward to that one. But until then, Matt, a pleasure to talk to you as always, and sit back and enjoy the rest as Rob Banfield takes it to Dallas Pataska.
Oh yeah, you guys have fun too. Enjoy.
And that was Matt Gelder. Pleasure as always to talk to, and he's going to be cheering on this man, Ross Banfield, head of the train, as it were, as of right now, for the boys in V8 Supercar Toys. We will take a short break just so that we can catch our breath and get to the bottom of the last 20 laps. We'll be back in a few moments. Do not go away. it is coming up to the final 10 laps. It's the final countdown.
We can't afford the royalties.
Damn it.
Very expensive, that song.
It's a song that will be about the countdown and maybe the final bit, but then when it'll be the final bit, then it'll be a countdown and it'll be a...
Can we even do that? No.
I don't know.
Well. You got the money?
I haven't.
Oh, okay, we're done. Well done, guys. It was nice.
We have just been demonetized. By the way, Baker's doesn't have a bonnet.
David Baker does not have a bonnet, indeed.
And he's been chased down by Stuart Elder.
And yeah, he's been chased down by Stuart Elder, and his times are showing that he's got issues. But I mean, hey, actually, the way that they've got that airbox, that's pretty aerodynamic.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of aerodynamics on the car anyway in the first place.
No, it's a Ford. You know, Ford aren't known for aerodynamics. Hi-oh!
Hey, because they're bricks.
What was the old Top Gear joke? Americans, they don't know how to turn corners.
Yes, they only know how to turn left.
I just realised that most of these corners are left, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Banfield has a 5-second deficit to Pataska, and with like 15 laps to go, it's going to be tough to make that up.
Oh, absolutely. But
this battle's hot. What else is hot, Rob?
Trevor Vavrovsky, the track.
Me?
Yes, me too.
Oh no, I didn't mean it's. You know, I'm hot. You know. Oh yeah, I'm hot. Yeah. Said no one ever.
I'll tell you what though. It is hot, but let me just pull up the details for the viewers. Still a 30km/h north wind.
What?
Yeah, that wind has been constant, and
oh, crikey.
and the track temperature has gotten a degree hotter.
Just noticed Mike go lightly. Was Mike go lefty and had a spin on the last corner?
Was I in the car that I saw parked on the side?
It was indeed. He lost 25th position to Wolf Chicotto, which is kind of important for that championship battle in the silver. So,
where is he currently?
what, in the championship? He's somewhere.
He's in a place.
He's in a place. Let me try and get the standings up again. Sorry, very professional of me. In the bronze, Go Lightly is 7 points ahead of Walter Chicotto, and those guys are 40 points behind Matt Gelder. And where's Matt Gelder? He retired today. So,
Oh, why did you have to do that to him?
no, I know. I'm just saying though, it's you know, going to change things up in the championship. So.
True. Looking aboard with Stuart Elder as he's chasing down still Baker. He's got 10 laps to do it.
I mean, he should be able to do it.
Oh, he got a slow down, didn't he?
Who?
Elder, because he let somebody by. Let the 36 by.
Yeah, true. Elder's got a few. Yeah, but he's got the 30 of Jeff Meyer he had to let by. I think he had blue flags. So look at this traffic. That car in front, he's not racing. That car in front, he's not racing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still pretty close between him and Baker. Baker will have to yield at some point as well. Because 36 is... Where is he?
Oh, definitely, they'll have to yield. Sorry, I was just looking elsewhere. Definitely, they'll have to yield. So, it's just a question of when. Might just be here after this little chicane.
Where is the 36? I can't see him. On my timing screen.
36? There is no 36.
Oh, it's the 30. Sorry, the 30. Oh, it's Jeff Schmeier. Sorry, yeah. And he's in 13th.
13th place, just about to cross the start finish.
Yeah.
So he's literally right in front, you know.
Just about.
So that'd be 1, 2. Look at Smire. He's not gonna be worried that there's a NRG driver right behind him. NRG repping this race's charity. NRG, the car in front, the dog box, Udop's car, repping, not Udop, sorry, Dog Bear car, repping another charity. It's always nice to see that, though, that they're, you know, repping their charities, and then when one of them wins the playoff and they get a charity they can use, they still, you know, show it off. It's really nice.
Now, we do have... Where is our boy? Where is he? Dick Muller, there he is. He's now up 23 positions. He's gained 1 since... Oh, well, I say that! I believe I have almost...
Did he just save that?
Yeah, yes, he just saved that. Of course...
It's that class of oil.
Well, it is the best class of oil, but I mean, look at this. Whoa!
Oh, the camera! Camera! Tell me you saw the animation of the cameraman just there. Oh,
where was it? Here, hang on, let me see the cameraman.
Watch this again. Watch the cameraman, right? As he comes around in the bottom corner here. Watch the animation, timing on the animation. It's not the right camera angle. Damn. Literally, there's a cameraman right there on the tire barrier. And the moment he slid, the animation went to the cameraman looking down his camera. Oh, I kid you not.
Let's see if I can get it.
Oh, it'd be brilliant. This might be... No.
Was it on board with him?
No. It's literally in the tire barrier. Just off the chicane there.
Damn.
It just literally, and the animation just cut to the guy looking down his camera, and it was just perfect timing as he was sliding. It was almost like, yeah, can't get a good shot here. Slide photo, you know.
Oh, photo. There we go.
Yeah, that was. Unfortunately, that means that Dick Muller is now in a battle with Trevor Pavlovsky.
A bit of a pickle, yeah.
He's in a bit of a pickle, and at least he made a strong save there, and the car is still not limp out there. But you've got to understand that those tyres must be getting flaccid right now.
Probably looking like he probably does not like the tyres very much at this point.
No, I think he's been cracking off a few many hot laps of the tyres.
And now Trevor Pavlovsky really does have a chance of 11th, but it's still a good position for him.
Hey, 11th is still a really good position.
Yeah,
you know, hats off, because Trevor's made up 10 positions this race. Dick's made up 24. Ozzy's made up. Sorry, not Dick's made up. He's not made up 24. Sorry, he's made up 23. I'm getting on cheap. Ozzy's made up 18. So no, he's not. My sheet is going askew at the moment. He's made up 60.
Who?
Ozzy.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, so Muller's still the most gainingest man on the track. He has gained the big gain.
What was that reality TV show, The Biggest Loser? For the weight loss program? The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, why'd they stop that? I could talk about old reality TV shows that, like, why did they stop that all day, you know?
Yeah. Why did they do this? Why did they do that?
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. That's a car that's had a head. Who was that? Oh, it was... Oh, don't tell me it was Michael Hogg. Yeah, Michael Hogg just had a lock-up, and in front of him was a spinner and Tom Grant. Nothing too important.
But it's not a cult.
Definitely not cult. Definitely not cult. Dick Muller is able to...
Oh, Lynn Kinchelo has caught up to Stuart Elder.
Yeah. It's, all of a sudden, some of the battling has started to come alive at the end of this race. And they are in the final 10 laps of the race. I'm only surprised if Kinchelo can make an overtake here, but the defense from Elder, just too good. Thankfully, they don't get held up by traffic because in front of them is Stuart Shelley, who is ahead of them. Now they might go lightly in front of them. They're going to be held up by traffic. But I think that Stuart's got some damage.
Wait, who?
I think Stuart Elder's got so... It just looked like that Lynn had a lot more speed than Stuart. No.
Well, I mean, I think Stuart is just more like he's got a damaged car in front of him. He doesn't want to.
Oh! Yeah, he doesn't want to hold off. Also, yeah, I'm just looking at these other battles here because.
Oh, he's pulling off.
Oh, Lynn! Oh, Lynn! Stuart gives up the position, gives up the track position for Dallas to overtake, and Lynn goes, "Thank you very much. I'll take the position as well."
Cheeky.
That is cheeky, but I'll tell you what, nothing says you're not allowed to do that. That is a bit of a heads-up play there. Stuart's got to be a little bit miffed at that.
I say he'd be like, "Oh bugger, I forgot. I'm battling with Lynn." But maybe he just wants to make it to the end too.
Yeah. Always the important thing here, Ross Banfield now has Ross Banfield needs to find 7 seconds in the last 3 laps. Oh, gee, man, yeah, sorry, Dallas is on like 3 laps to go. And Dallas almost just got taken out from Walchichi Hoto.
Oh, that's a spinner in the arm.
No, that's not a spinner. That's Dallas tapping the back of him.
Oh. But it does give Ross Banfield a little bit of a sniff closer, but not enough, I don't think.
No, don't expect to see anything here. No run down here. Tasker's just got a couple more laps to go. Get our best Eduardo Freitas impressions out. Jumped across now, yeah. So Pataska's on about to start the penultimate lap.
This is the penultimate lap.
Right, you are, Murray.
You're right there, Murray.
Kevin Hill trying to catch up to Oliver Wallen there, but he's only got 2 laps to do it now. I don't think he's going to be able to get that. Dick Muller at a 5-second lead over Trevor Varvosky. We're still watching this little battle here with Stuart Elder and then Kinchelo. They now have 2 laps to go, but there is lap traffic behind them. I think we're there, Rob. I think we're there.
We're almost there. We almost have it.
Driver of the day?
Probably has to be Muller.
Yeah, I'd go with
From
that.
last to 11th, that is an impressive drive.
Yeah, and we talk about these guys like, oh, well, they've made all these positions up because they didn't qualify. Yeah, they had to pre-qualify for this. So it wasn't like he didn't qualify. No, he qualified for this to get into the race. And he's just made a really good improvement. But, information to pit lane, information to pit lane. Leader is on white flag. Leader is on last lap.
This is the final lap. And look at this. This is Kevin Hill with Oliver Wallen going to...
Oh, Pataska just had one more incident to avoid there as Henderson had a slide into turn 1.
And look at this. This is Kevin Hill chasing down Oliver Wallen going into the inside. No. He's always on this. Attack as he comes down the back straight. That's going to be a car pulling off. A car pulling off, and oh my word, this is sensational. The amount of speed these cars are carrying is absolutely ridiculous.
No, you've done that wrong. Absolutely ridiculous.
Furious.
Just got a couple more corners left. Edward Shelley. If I'm Edward Shelley right now, I'm just going to be waiting for the final corner just because I don't want to do another lap. Regardless, it's just been a really good tactical decision there for Pataska. That last pit stop got him the victory, and he's just used the traffic to his advantage. The undercut did not work for Banfield. Pataska will take the win. And on the line, Oliver Wallen is going to beat Kevin Hill for that P5.
And there it is. Verwayen unfortunately has to go around a little bit more. And unfortunately, Kevin Hill did not get the chance to make it. He stays in 6th with Oliver Wallen in 5th. Shelley will be the last car to cross the line. And look at him now as he does his very best to get down to the start-finish line in 4th position. He's only got a few more corners to make it. Right, left, and then left again. And we have seen this young driver of NRG make a splash and a dash to the end, and he is sensational as Edward Shelley makes it across the line to come home in the 4th position, the 3 positions that are not 1st position, but they are still making it across the line in 4th.
On Ozzy Milwane gets a retirement. What happened to Ozzy?
He's still 7th according to the stopwatch.
Yes, but he retired. He never finished the last lap.
Ooh, that's one up for the books.
Yeah, but yeah, he still gets that 7th position.
Still 7th. Still a place.
Just like all these drivers had a place.
Indeed.
Banfield, but Wayne, Shelley, Wallen, Hill, the 3rd, Milway, Gagaro Jr., Paul, Tom Guest, Muller, Trevor Malosky, Jeff Smyer. Production done by Travis Henderson. Script done by Hacken Schutt. Special effects done by Gary Thomas. Visual effects done by Ford Tollef and David Baker. Wardrobe was Lynn Kinchlow and Stuart Elder. The on-site production team was done by Joseph Homan and Jason Wallet, with Daniel Howard as well helping.
And then it's on the call.
I ran out of things. What else do they have? Oh, music performed by Adam Preston, with the band performing Wolfie Jacolto, Michael Likely, Tom Triley, and Patrick Kopp.
And that is all 34 cars.
Yeah, that's all 34 cars.
Now, we'll leave the broadcast interviews to GSRC as they'll be covering it on their end. But Craig, any final words on Sandown?
Fun track. Let's get some other races around here on the sim. You know, let's get not multi
TCRs?
TCRs, GT3.
Ooh, I'd love to see a GT3.
Hey, how about some Formula Vs?
Ooh.
Or Formula Fords. Just saying, or the F4s. You know.
The F4s would be good.
There's some stuff that will work around here. Let's see it some more, guys.
But that is going to be it, as I said. The broadcast interviews will be done by GSRC on their end, as we both covered the same split. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate you joining in with us. We hope that you enjoyed it. If you do, please click like and subscribe. Almost a moment here on Raidillon TV. If you want to see us broadcast again, we will be back for the next round, the Holly Farms 400, in 3 weeks' time on October 22nd here on Raidillon TV. Until then, I have been Robert O'Brien.
And I have been Craig King.
And this has been Raidillon TV, the only corner that you need. Good evening, one and all.